We're there.
We're back. We're back.
We're back in the saddle.
Just like that. You know, you blink, and then a damn half a year goes by,
Year
Donnie.
goes by.
What the hell? When was the last time we did this?
I have no idea. None.
There's no way for us to find out.
No, of course not.
Not quickly or the long way. There's no way to discover it, but it is. I don't
the
like
time.
it. I don't like it. I don't like how quickly that happens.
That's life for you.
No.
That conveyor belt, it's a moving.
I hate that. I hate that shit. I don't want to accept it. Like, I get what you're saying, but it's like, no, I'm fighting it. No way. That happens with like other friends. That's I've dealt with that. I've come to grips.
I feel like
with,
I haven't. I told my wife. It's not. I feel like we were just talking about the other day. I
Yeah.
had a friend from high school that we were really close, and then after
Yep.
high school and college, like we stayed pretty close. But then I moved to the other side of town, so we used to like routinely try to hook up and do something. And
Oh
like,
yeah. Nice.
he got busy with work and found a new group, and I got busy
Yep.
with kids, and I don't think we've talked or spoken like 2 or 3 years now.
Oh, you gotta message him. You
know?
gotta text him.
At this point, it feels weird. It's like he's got a whole life now.
Yeah,
been
it'll only be weird for a
years.
second.
So
You know, unless he's found a new, I don't know, found some destructive hobby or something, or maybe he's part of some
yeah,
group.
I
that-
wouldn't even know. My wife
bunch of
was like,
criminals
I
out
think
there.
He's got a pretty steady girlfriend, which is something he never really had. So
Yeah, maybe he's Dexter.
maybe so, maybe so. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's such is life. That's how it goes.
I don't like it. The thing is, like, we're still in each other's orbit, and I still listen to you.
We talk to
and I
each
still
other all the
chat.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is actually freaky. And again, like
We
anything
tried
else.
doing this a couple
Yes.
weeks ago, but it didn't work.
Yeah, and then it's like, and I guess that's the way. Probably, I think this is very relatable for people. This happens to everybody. You have every
like-
intention.
I like that this show is. I mean, I think it's good for. I wouldn't say I like it. It's good for both of us
Yes.
that this show is unscheduled,
Flexible.
and
Yes.
yeah, it is whenever we can do it.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's kind of the that's the adult way of looking at it.
Yeah.
The content creator's like, it must be monthly and it has to be on this time. Like, it's got to be, but no, that's never really been an ounce of the show.
No,
There's never been really much
Delvin
of
told
a.
me we used to do this weekly, and I have
Yes.
no memory of that.
Yes, early it was. I remember him mentioning that, and
I was
dude,
I
like,
have
we've been at
zero
this for
memory of
years.
that.
We've been at this for. We'll get back to maybe the Division in a second, but somehow this relates to the Division because it has new DLC, and for whatever reason, I've been getting the itch for the Division 2. New DLC hits. I'm like, holy crap! What are the timing?
I
It
saw
was getting the
Court-
itch because of Game Pass.
Court
and
posted. Apparently, you can do the E3 thing now.
what's the E3 thing?
I have no idea. I'm not a Division guy. Hang on, let me go look it up.
I have no
think
idea what that even means.
They took the thing that they played. Here we go. Court says the new Division DLC, the new Division 2 DLC, finally lets you play the E3 demo from the Division.
Come on.
So that's in the thing. And I remember the scene where they're like behind the cop cars and stuff. Like you can actually go play the E3 demo now.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, that game came out in 2019 is where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
I was looking back, I'm like, when did
And
I
that was-
first
that
play
was-
this game?
A year or two ago, right? Right, Sean? Right? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you
I
mean?
don't like that. I don't like it. Like, it's just crazy. And like, we could do this at any point in time. We could do the whole, like, how time flies and all this stuff.
You
The
can.
Division 2 really
but-
jumped out at me, though.
I think we all share, we probably all share a similar thing with COVID has really screwed that up.
100%. Yep.
You know, it does not feel like it was that long ago. And that's because we had a middle period there for a couple years where nothing felt like it was moving forward, but the whole time it was moving forward.
That's time. Yep.
You know,
Time was
so we have
happening.
the conveyor belt was still spinning, even if
Well,
the
so
word
I was
stopped.
looking back at my emails, and it's like, here's your code for the Division 2 for Xbox One.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ugh. Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude, that is crazy." And I think that's part of it too. Like, COVID, I think is there for sure, but I think also it's this generation of consoles that we've got. Like, I feel like we're still kind of like, any day now. Come on,
It's
You
about to
got
get
it.
going. It's
You're
about
gonna
to pick up.
exactly. It's like,
Well,
maybe not.
I mean,
yeah.
in a few days it will.
I know, right, dude? I'm pumped. I've got days booked off. I don't know if
In a
we've
few
been able to chat about
days
this.
it will.
I've got the Thursday booked off. I've got the Friday booked off. I've got the following Monday booked. Like, I'm I'm set, dude. I'm
I'm
great.
off Wednesday to Wednesday.
Oh, snap. Oh, nice. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
very
man.
excited.
Yeah. See, we know how to do this. Do you remember like the first, you did this actually, you're probably on this way before me. Like the first time E3 came around, you're like, no, I'm not working.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
I've,
E3. You've been
I've
doing
done
for a
that
while.
for I can't even forever however many years.
What a special experience. I mean, anytime it's your first time, you always remember,
That's true.
you know, you're like, oh,
But my
this is-
family for the longest time, it was like it happened like 3 or 4 years in a row. Some
Yeah.
reason like June 6th, 8th rolls
didn't
around.
work out.
My mother-in-law just is like family get together at my house. Like it just
Absolutely
it's like
not.
it's like in her circadian rhythm to just
Yeah.
expect it to happen the same weekend.
Yep.
And it's been a long
Circadian
time, but
rhythm.
like there was like a 4 or 5 year period where every year she tried to do a family get together, and the moment she invited us, I was like, no.
Absolutely
She
not.
was like, what? I was like, no, this is no, absolutely not. I am watching E3. She's like, you're not going to come to the family get like, absolutely.
Yeah.
heard
My
it
mother-in-law's
correct.
upstairs right now.
There
She's
it is.
here. Yeah,
It's
they're
like
all having
there's
dinner.
something in the season that gets people like, we should get together, maybe cook out. Like, I'm like, no, we're not doing any of that. Now, I'm taking this off for Switch 2. I honestly could care less about Summer Games Fest. And
Sure,
most
yeah.
of the, like, I don't share that anymore. The enthusiasm for those events.
Yeah.
But
Not even Xbox? I know. I don't even know if I want to bring up the word
No,
Xbox
I mean, it's like-
with you.
no, to answer it to
Yeah.
truthfully answer, probably not. Does that mean that there won't be announcements that I'm excited for? I'm sure there will be.
I'm sure there will be.
But I don't need to sit down and watch a 2-hour show of commercials to find them out at live.
I think eventually
can
I
just-
will get there. I think you're ahead of the game on this.
I can just wait for Wario to tweet the trailer and see it then.
Yeah.
know.
Shout out to Wario. What would we do without Wario 64?
Oh, we'd be lost.
we
lost.
would be absolutely lost. I wouldn't know, dude. That's how I found out about what music is coming to the Nintendo Music app. Is Wario 64?
right.
Like-
that is true. That is correct.
That is crazy. Like, it's no wonder I'm addicted to these damn apps. I'm just like, what dopamine hit am I gonna get now? Ooh, look at this.
The Xbox show. I would like to bounce something off you, which I fully.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm
not
pretty
even
bouncy.
gonna. I'm not even gonna predict what you'll say. I'm gonna let you have it. With Xbox recent changes in
I know.
a number of years, it feels a lot more to me like an EA show or a Ubisoft show than an Xbox show. Even though they'll still be showing the same things.
I don't like it.
And I liked those shows. I watched
Yeah,
those shows.
I
But it's
know.
like, because they're not trying, like a big part of the E3 hype was the 3 console makers were basically like putting their flag in the ground, being like, this is why you should pick us. With that sort of flag somewhat removed or not needed or unnecessary, it's like, yeah, it's like, I'll see the announcements, like I'll watch, but like, do I need to be, I don't even know when the show is. Whatever day it is, Sunday, right? I
Yeah.
presume it's always Sunday.
Yep,
It's
it's Sunday.
Sunday at 9 p.m. or whatever. Do I need to be there to see the Call of Duty trailer? No.
What if Keanu's
You
there?
know, yeah, it's same.
What if Jack Bauer's there?
Same difference. Nothing has changed. You
Why
know?
Jack Bauer? I don't know.
It's just like
Uh,
they feel more optional because
Sure.
they're optional.
because it's a publisher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's
I
not a bad
refuse.
thing.
I
Not a
think
bad
you're
thing.
probably, like I said, I think you're probably right about this. I'm not ready yet. Like you've got,
I got you.
this is a
got you.
process. I'm not quite there yet. There's only there's fewer and fewer things for me to be excited about in the world.
I understand that. I understand just clinging to that feeling that once was. I get
Not
it.
clinging.
I get it. I get it. Like I would love to as well, but it's
Yeah.
like it's different.
I know.
You know,
we're
like
doing we're doing our predictions on the Xbox Drive tomorrow as we're recording this, and so like I had an
do
idea
you get
on
a
my way to
sneak
work.
peek?
I mean,
Do you have,
like
do you have
I don't-
Switch 2 predictions?
I don't like.
Do you have PlayStation 5
should.
predictions?
I should. And dude, what if my prediction was they're
They're gonna
pulling
buy-
a U-turn.
they're gonna
no,
buy
they're doing a
Sega.
U-turn.
They're gonna
Just
buy
kidding.
Sega.
No, the opposite. They're like, we see what PlayStation's doing. We're not going third party anymore. Everything's
Oh,
exclusive.
everything's
JK.
exclusive.
Everything.
I would love for their trailers to
Fooled
start
you.
showing up. Here's what I would like. the trailers for their games start to show up, and before we used to have console exclusive.
Yeah.
Now we get 3-year exclusive,
Console
6-month
agnostic.
exclusive,
Yeah.
8-month exclusive, 2-day
Oh,
exclusive.
man. That's the craziest thing. Like, it was such a big deal. Console exclusive. They had a guy record it and they put reverb
yeah.
on it and everything. And it's like,
We got to hit
or
them
not.
22 times with this.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, man. And
Me
yeah,
too.
like what a generation PlayStation's having.
We had like John, I think it was John. I might be screwing this up. Maybe it was, I think it was John. He
John
was
Hamm.
like, Summer Games Fest is like the closest thing we have to E3. And he's like, and I think they'll get there. And I was like, not a chance.
No.
Like,
No, it
it's
doesn't,
the-
because nothing means the same.
the
as it
whole
did before.
industry is
Yeah.
changed. Like, it's not
Yeah.
the same. I have relegated myself to it won't be the same, and that's okay.
Well, we let them do the lowest common denominator. They're like, Nintendo does the direct and they just roll trailers. That's fine. Like, that immediately takes the theatrics down.
It did.
And then all the other points I think are valid.
You
as
remember
well.
when everybody lost their ever loving minds when Nintendo was like, "We're not going to do a stage show."
Yeah,
like
I
the
know.
whole industry vilified them.
we
like,
should
they were like,
re-vilify them? Thanks
It's over.
a lot.
It's over for Nintendo. It's like,
Thanks,
yeah,
Reggie.
it's crazy. Like how their star took off, everybody else's went down.
Yeah.
Like the moment that happened.
Well, and the funny thing is, they did that at what, like their lowest popularity
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
It's
they
not like
did
they
it
did it from
wrong.
a power play.
No, they were way ahead. That
Like
was
the
Wii U
Oilers are
days.
on right now. Let's go Oilers! A minute and a
we had-
half into the game.
We
Game
had years
5.
of directs during the Wii U. I mean, this was way beyond before
Yep.
then.
We just watched the first one.
Did you?
We just rewatched the very first direct. Yeah, and you
What was
owe
that?
it to yourself.
What was in that?
Hulu. A lot of Hulu that you could watch. And
Hulu
you
coming to like Wii U or something?
like 3DS, and they had
3DS?
what was
Yeah.
it? Didn't they have like
That's
you could
hilarious.
watch in 3D like music videos?
That's awesome.
Oh, it was crazy. And then at the end, they had like great games. It
I
was
want an
Hulu-
audio slave in 3D.
No, it was worse. It was way worse than that. Oh man, it was like that would actually be all right. Audio
Right.
slave in 3D. Yeah, bring Chris Cornell back. Yeah, no, it was. If you were looking at it through the lens of today, they'd be crucified for it. TV,
Yeah.
news, TV,
Sure.
music. And then, by the
was
way,
all the
Mario Kart
rage.
7 and Zelda. Oilers score on the power play. Let's go.
You're
Sorry.
in there.
This is just what
This
you're
is
gonna
still
get from
going
me
on.
tonight.
I thought like didn't we watch this like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
They're still that's how good they are.
It's
They're
still
going for the yeah, they go right alongside the NBA playoffs. And
Okay.
neither are aware of each other. It's
I
kind of
thought-
amazing to watch.
I thought when I watched the game that you watched, I thought that was a cup game. I thought it was like that was.
it's probably like
final
the end of
series.
round 1.
Oh, okay. I literally thought in that moment I was watching the Stanley Cup Finals.
Oh, well, in
I was
so
like,
many
this
words.
is it. It's
yes.
these two teams.
No.
It was
nope.
like-
nope.
I was way out.
There's now 3 teams left in case well,
Gotcha.
you don't care who gives a shit. The Oilers are winning. This is a
Wouldn't
big
even
deal.
know
Look,
who they
this
are.
is how important you are to me. This is them. If they win this game, they go to the finals. They go to the very last round of games. They will play
Still
the Florida
upset that
Panthers.
on that stream that you had, I said Ontario instead
Hmm.
of Ontario.
Yeah. You said
Still
Ontario.
upset. Still thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ontario. Like, where the hell did that come from? I don't think I've ever said Ontario ever.
Ontario Nagu. I don't know. It sounded like a
Yeah,
Protoss.
I didn't know where they came from.
Yeah,
I
it
was
sounded
like,
like a StarCraft thing.
I was like high and just reading and just Ontario. Of course it is.
Hey, you're just feeling fancy. That's okay.
Screwed it all up. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little fancy, a little Target.
Exactly. A little. That was French Canada Target. They were here for a hot minute, and that was it. Yeah. So Summer
yeah,
Game
it was
Fest,
all-
Achilles
it
is
was-
coming.
It was all the rage of the TV thing. I don't want to leave that. It was all the rage.
I was
Remember
here
the,
for it.
The Wii was a Netflix machine. We got
Yep.
the discs. And then the apps started rolling out to the stores. Sony had a whole E3 show about apps and music and Sony music. And, Phil Harrison was there. And, like,
Yep.
it was a whole time. It was a whole thing.
Do you think that we could have just let them? And like the game still would have come, surely. Mm-hmm. We didn't
that
have to.
PlayStation one that I'm remembering specifically where they talked about apps, and if I recall, that went on for about like 40 minutes or an hour. That was way too long.
I mean, yeah.
It was like a whole moment. But yeah, no, I had no problem with it then because it was a big reason why all those consoles sold as well as they did at that
100%.
time.
Yeah.
It's that Trojan horse, that Blu-ray, that DVD. That was it, and suddenly Sony wasn't the only one in town. Everybody could do it, you know.
And by the way,
we
smart
didn't even
TVs
have a
sucked
DVD
ass.
player. Oh, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Smart, like load up the UI on a smart TV. It's god awful.
Pre-Roku, you know, like,
100%.
this is all, you know. So like that was a big deal to have like Netflix on Wii.
Yes.
You know, that was a big moment.
Well, and wasn't it?
So when I
Did
cut
it ever
the
come to
cord-
Switch? Like we beg for these things later.
No, not Netflix. We have Crunchyroll,
We got
YouTube, and Hulu.
Right.
Netflix never arrived.
Yeah, and for a while there, I think eventually we kind of gave up. It's just funny, like
And we
people are
don't
never
even
happy.
have a browser to watch it.
That's the other thing too. Yeah.
Yep.
And that turned out okay. Maybe Switch 2. Maybe Switch 2 will have enough power for a browser.
You never know.
Do we need a browser on these damn things? They always suck.
I think that's what most people that don't want it have always said. It's like, do you need another device to have Netflix
Yeah.
on it? I'm like,
I think that's really it. That's the thing that's changed. We have the
I-
internet
I-
literally all around you.
I get it and I hear it and that's fair, but I want all the things. I want all the things that I'm owed.
Well, this is why you like PC. This is why you
All
like
the
your
things.
PC handheld.
Well, I didn't like it today.
Oh, snap.
Fucking piece of shit.
What happened?
All right, did you see all the headlines today about
Something about Elden Ring?
No. It was like
I heard that From Software issued a warning, but I don't know what that was about. I gotta look into
there
it.
was an update that came out this morning, headlines everywhere. GeForce Now is now native for your Steam Deck. And like Tom wrote about it and The Verge posted, like everybody, Wario posted, is like you now have native GeForce Now on your Steam Deck.
Okay.
When I saw that headline and shared the article, here's what I thought that meant to me. When I saw it was like GeForce Now native Steam Deck,
Yeah.
I went, okay, I'm going to be able to turn on my Steam Deck, go to the Steam store,
Yes.
type in GeForce Now,
Oh, okay.
click install, and play. That wasn't what happened at all. I had to turn on my Steam Deck,
Yeah.
go to desktop mode, open a browser, go to the GeForce website,
Download it.
download the file.
Yeah.
My file downloaded as a .bin file. I think everybody's as a .bin file. Couldn't run that. Tried to execute it. My whole Steam Deck crashed. I got a
Oh my.
BIOS boot error. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" It turned out that if you have EmuDeck or Decky Loader
Oh, yeah.
installed, it doesn't like the file extension or whatnot.
Yep.
Had to delete it. Had to re-download it. Had to delete the extension so I could turn to an executable.
I hate this.
Run it. Then I had to sign in, which was its own nightmare. You know, two-factor, go through the browser, check your email, get the code. Anyway, did everything. Finally got it. Went back to game mode, back to the Steam Deck as it was. Clicked start. It starts. I go, I want to play. I want to try Oblivion, right? Because
And then it was
my
Christmas.
I have my account connected to my Xbox account. So my Game Pass titles you can stream on GeForce. I was like, I want to try Oblivion. I haven't tried it
Oh,
yet.
yeah.
Oh, let me stream that. That'd be a good stream. Can't. Apparently I have to upgrade my GeForce Now membership to play any titles that have ray tracings. Like Doom the Dark Ages, can't stream that one.
Oh,
can't stream
really?
Oblivion, can't stream any of those games. I can stream the old shit, but none of the new stuff. And then so I was like, oh, fine, I'll do the Halo Master Chief Collection. Click that, it boots up, signs into Steam, got to pull up the Steam Guard, do the thing, everything. Press start, it goes to load, crash. Sorry, we can't run Halo Master Chief Collection. Goes right back. I was like, that's it. Fuck it. I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
like I'm
Those
not
things are
messing
too
with this
throwable
anymore.
to have that kind of frustration.
So like all these headlines are like, it's Nate. No, it's not. Like, this is not what that's supposed to mean. Or at least not how I would read that. And I just,
Yeah.
I literally, I right clicked the icon and I hit delete.
Delete.
And I uninstalled. I was
And
like,
you felt
never.
the peace.
Never fucking mind. Like, get over yourself. Like,
Damn.
this is insanity.
So as opposed to what? Like logging into a website to access GeForce Now? Like what's the other version?
So you
that-
can download, like on my PC, you can download
Sure.
an app. You can play it through a browser.
Yeah. Like you could
I
do browser
have-
on Steam Deck?
I have, yeah.
Yeah,
I have
like-
Xbox streaming set up through the browser. You can
Yep.
go to the browser, bookmark it, save it, and then open it from your menu. And I do that, and it works great.
Yeah.
I literally just went to that and clicked on Oblivion and just loaded. I was like,
There you go.
why
Yeah.
did
You
I
already
even
have-
think about it?
That's what I was wondering while you're telling the story. I'm like, those are all things that are on Xbox. I don't
But
really
GeForce-
understand the GeForce Now thing.
It's better.
like the
The
latency.
streaming is like it
Is
is
it
just
really?
better. It's
Is it
really
really?
good. I
How?
played when I
God
on my
damn it,
ROG
Microsoft.
Ally. I played. I've never paid for GeForce Now, so like I don't use it
Yeah, you
frequently.
just did the
I've-
free version.
I've only just tested it. But when I got my ROG Ally the first time, I really wanted to test it, so I downloaded it, logged in. I played Far Cry 6 for like 4 hours and didn't
Yeah.
notice one hiccup.
It's pretty good.
Like played like a whole session just sitting there
Yeah.
playing it, and it ran phenomenally. I even like looked at my wife and I was like, I'm streaming this through the cloud right now. She was like, she doesn't know what that means. I was like, it looks like it's running
She's like,
here.
"Is it
right?"
raining?
Like, I was like, and it's just streaming like Netflix. It's just here. Like it's,
Yeah.
they've got some voodoo. Like their streaming is better.
They should name it Stadia. They should just
It would help because you do have to jump. It's just hoops. It's just friction.
yeah.
There's so much friction with these devices. You know,
Well,
it just
it's
made
early.
me really hopeful that we have another one coming next week, and I'll probably never think about it again for a couple
A
years.
new device coming next week?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think that's what Xbox has up their sleeve?
No, that's well. I mean, I'm being somewhat facetious. I did just post a picture in our Microsoft chat of Gears of War on Switch. 'Cause I was
Oh,
like, this
yeah.
is the only handheld.
I mean,
we need.
snap
Like,
another
this is
goal.
it.
It is.
Oh, you guys
yes.
are killing 2 goals
Oh,
in
dude, 2
2 minutes?
My God, this is huge. This is huge. If we can just put Dallas away tonight, this is crazy. They're not even 10 minutes into the first period. Oh my God, they're gonna burn the city down. Holy
Yeah,
crap!
I think once I get the Switch 2 in my hands, I think I'll stop thinking about my Steam Deck and allies and stuff. So
I am, dude. There is no doubt. 100%. That's all you've been waiting for 4 years. It's just like
Oh,
a
shit.
capable Switch.
Sean,
What?
are we counter programming?
Yeah.
Poor Nintendo Drive.
Nintendo Drive, they don't stand a chance. Just kidding. They're
We're
they
gonna
got some
talk
spicy
nonstop
topics over there.
Nintendo for the next 4 hours.
Listen, we started before them. We're gonna go longer. Like you got nothing to worry about, guys.
It's true.
That's a commercial break over there. It's no problem. I'm just kidding. What does I can't see say? I need to get back into GFN. What the hell is GFN?
GeForce Now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, God fucking. Let us talk Nintendo. Man, I mean, we could talk. It's a pretty good time to talk about Nintendo.
It's a good time to have a show, Sean. It's a good time to have a conversation.
I
We
haven't
launch
really
next
talked about
week.
Nintendo in quite some time, Donnie, as it
Oh,
turns
yeah?
out. I'm almost done Super Mario Wonder. I'm almost.
Ooh. You told me that you were playing that earlier, and I was like, let's save that for the show.
I have put in a tremendous. Oh my God! They chased the goalie out. They pulled the goalie.
Wow.
He let in 2 goals on 2 shots. What an idiot! They're not supposed to do that. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm playing Mario Wonder like it's my job, which is a whole other thing that's changed since the last time you and I chatted. I changed jobs.
Yeah, you did.
Went
Yeah.
back to my old job. I'm very happy about that decision.
That's
That's worked
awesome.
out quite well. But yeah, Mario Wonder. I'm almost done it. I'm between that and Doom, which I just finished, and then I just finished Clair Obscur. I feel like
Crushing it.
no, and this is kind of what I wanted to talk to you about. I might need to just take it easy a little bit because I'm
Oh, yeah?
playing. I feel like I'm morphing into Kevin Ainsworth. If you know Kevin Ainsworth, he plays games like a son of a bitch. He's just going through this game and then this game and then this game, and I'm like, I'm now coming up on my 3rd pretty quick like completion or rolled credits on my 3rd game here, and it's like, I don't know if I like the way this makes me feel. I don't like feeling like I'm just getting to the next one and getting to the next one, so
Do
I'm
you feel like
crossing it
you're
off
not
the list.
you're not enjoying it while you're doing it?
Yes, because I'm like, let me just get
You
to
want
the end.
to you want to savor it.
Yeah, I do want to savor it, and I'm feeling like I'm. It's so weird to be so. This is so me. I'm so aware of what's happening. I'm aware that in the moment I'm not really enjoying the game, and all I'm doing is like looking forward to that dopamine hit at the end where I go, number 12. This is my
Yeah.
12th game that I finished, and I get to do that. Like that's what
I
I
got you.
like. But it's like at what cost, man? It's costing
Yeah,
me
you're
my
just-
humanity.
You're just
I
going
feel.
through the paint by numbers, checking them off the list.
Totally, and it's and for
Yeah,
this
that's
to
not
show
good.
up with this game, I don't know what that. So
That's
after
not
Clair
good.
Obscur,
Wonder is not good for that.
well,
I would.
like.
I mean, are you not liking it?
I don't. I think I've
'Cause
landed on.
I adore that game.
There's so much to love about it, and it's like this is why you and I have to have a 4-hour conversation about this tonight, right now. There's so much to love about this game. There's so much appreciation to have for how
at Jace.
wild they went with it and all these different things. It is. You're right, Jace. It is what games are for.
Is
I
it?
think it's come down to the music, Don.
I don't think it is.
What, just to have fun, or to finish? Oh snap! No, I
He
missed
says
it. I
that's what games are
misunderstood.
for.
Is to finish them. Jace is the last person who should be saying that. Mr. Destiny 2.
I'll say he's still playing Destiny.
Yeah, like that's not. It's so
14
funny
years
because I
later?
think about him in these moments where I'm like, I need to be pulled away from this. I need to be playing a game that you cannot finish. That's actually what I need right now. I need to just, put my employment
I
status
threw you
at
off your
risk
topic.
and
You're
get
telling me
lost
about
into
the
a game.
music. The music of Mario Wonder.
The music, I think, is the tie to old, new Super Mario Brothers, new in quotes, that they've been trying so desperately to get away from.
What is with people and hating the new Super Mario Bros? Like, why
It's
is
just
that
bland.
such an internet thing? It's not, though.
It's kind of bland. It's kind of like, it's kind of.
Everybody
I don't
loved
know.
it when it came out on Wii. And everybody didn't like that we got 3 or 4 sequels of it.
And look,
But everybody likes when we get 3 or 4 sequels
I like
of
the
other
one-
games.
dude, I like the one that everybody hates. New
I don't
Super
care.
Mario Brothers 2 on 3DS.
Yeah,
we're
that
getting a
one's
billion
good.
coins. I
Yeah,
like that
was-
one.
I did not. Yeah, no.
Everybody hates it. So like, who the
That
hell
one was
knows?
just because the gimmick was the coins. The levels didn't feel all that great.
I like the levels. I don't know. Maybe it's just I was in love with my 3DS. Who knows?
Still played it. I mean, I played it, so like it was good enough to play, but not special.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is mainly a
but-
music thing for me.
Like Super Mario Bros. U, I like a lot, and the Luigi
Yeah.
U, and the course runs. Like,
Yep.
love that game.
Yep.
Game's great.
Yeah.
But everybody just, oh my god, new Super. I'm like, get over yourselves.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like, what else is there to it? And maybe it is just the timing that I'm choosing to play this, having just completed a bunch of games. I probably beat one of my favorite games, the generation, being Clair Obscure. So like anything after that, it's like
Yeah, it
kind
doesn't
of
live up.
middling. Like even
Sure.
Doom was like a little middling by the end. But there's
Seems
nothing
fair.
middling about it. Doom kicks ass. Doom is great. I love Doom. So like I don't know. I get like this sometimes.
Yeah.
Where like don't trust me. I'm
A
just
little cynical. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I
Yeah.
do the same thing.
yeah. I don't get called cynical all that often. But yeah, I guess
It's a cynical brain, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Yes. It's a sickness actually.
Or
There's
in,
a- there's
in
a
layman's
poison.
term, you get too far up your own ass.
Oh, I'm way up
You know,
there.
it's like you got to let it go. You know, it's like who cares?
Right, and that's kind of the I'm like, okay, is there still fun to be found? Like the game actually gets better as you go along. I'm at the very end, Castle Bowser, and
Mm-hmm.
these levels are great. Like they graphically, there's lots of cool stuff with like the lighting, and there's like these lightning bolts that are happening. They light things up, and I really like it. Like all the different enemies that are here, the ones that copy you, you jump, they jump, that kind of stuff. Like there's lots to love here.
I love Wonder.
I
I thought when I played
I
and
nailed it
put
down to
Wonder
the
down,
music.
I thought it was. I think it's one of my favorite 2D Mario.
I know you
experiences.
love
It's
it.
like right there with Super Mario World. I'm like,
See,
this is as good as it has been in 30 years.
Yeah.
I
And
love
this
it.
is again maybe cynical brain. I don't like the jump sound. The jump sound makes me go bonkers. I don't like the way
I
that's
don't think I ever noticed or would. I couldn't even tell you what it sounds like.
it's so prominent. And
just
obviously
I loved all
often.
the backdoor hidden levels, the secrets to find,
yep.
the cloud level. I just loved it. It just felt, man, I was just like, this is what playing Super Mario World used to feel like.
Yeah,
It
kinda.
just felt right at home.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ghost levels, multiple different exits, replaying the level because you're trying to find the new stuff. Like I was just right at home. It was like exploration, right? That's to me, like when I think of Super Mario World, I don't think of like beating levels like I normally do with so many Mario games. Super Mario World was like adventure. I was exploring. You know, I felt like that in Super Mario Wonder. It was nice to have that feeling again, and
I
not
don't
just
know.
get to the flag. Like, you know,
Sure.
like-
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm kind of liking the badges every once in a while. Most of them I kind of mostly skip over, but every once in a while it's like, oh yeah, I could see this. I can
And I
see
love
this
the
now.
Wonder Flower. I love the the effects and the music levels and just oh man, there's so much just joy, just unexpressed, just unaffected joy. I think I smiled the whole time I played the game.
Oh, that makes me feel like a dick.
And like kids, like I remember my daughter walked by, and this is she hadn't played games in so long. She walked by and she saw Wonder and she stopped, and she just watched me play for like 5 minutes, and she was just like, "Is this new?" And I was like, yeah, it just came out. And she was like, I think I'm going to play this tomorrow. Can I play? You know, just seeing it like got her
sweet.
attention. And I love, yeah. So I was just, man, I just
I
dig
love
it.
that.
That's one of my favorite Switch games. Like if I was to do a top 10 Switch game, Wonder is 100% on the list.
Well, and that sort of interaction, I think, would help launch it up there as well. You know, that'll end up being like that's Cat Quest for me. Cat Quest 3. I played it with my daughter, and like I don't know. I can't even tell if that game is great. I just had an amazing time
well,
playing
not
it.
great. Good. I very much enjoyed playing it. It was a really fun game to play.
Yeah, the way I played it is very atypical from probably a lot of people. And now that's Fall Guys. Ellie is like into Fall Guys big time.
I forgot all about Fall Guys.
And that's I literally thanked her. I'm like, thank you for being. I'm so glad you're into this game because we've all stopped playing this. Like, it's hard to
Yeah,
express
we
to her.
moved on.
Like,
I
yeah.
was going to ask you earlier the way you were kind of explaining it. I think on like our recap shows and stuff, I've often like I try to set aside or divide games between like, and it's probably just it's definitely my own bias, but there are games that like you just consume,
Yeah,
and then there are games that like you savor, you cherish. Like they kind of you know they're a cut above that.
yes,
You know, there's always like the game, like the game fodder. You're just playing the next one because it's the new one. You just play
Yeah.
it, and then there are games that you're like, nah, but this one's really.
hang
And then
on a
maybe
second.
games that you replay that you come back to that you don't want to finish too soon.
yes,
Yeah, so I know the difference between like, or at least
Yeah.
I'm sure that's different for everybody.
yes, yes. And actually, you know that makes me think. I think I've just been having a crazy year as well. So it's actually
I
like
think you're crushing it. You told me you already beat Creed, you beat Shadow. Like you have already obliterated anything I had already hoped to do.
Let me walk you through because there's games you like that are on this list. First game I beat this year was Gears of War Ultimate Edition. That game kicks ass. That game is
Absolutely.
great, and I'll play it again when it's reloaded. Second
It'll be
game
better.
So the opposite end of the spectrum, very short, very non-violent. Gris, very nice game.
Oh.
Then I played a nostalgia game for me, Donkey Kong Land, which is an interesting one to bring up in this conversation because I'm not sure that there's a whole lot that's better about Donkey Kong Land than Mario Wonder. Like, pound for pound, Mario Wonder is definitely a better game than Donkey Kong Land, but I played that on NSO, and that was kind of... I remember having a very good time with that, but probably nostalgia-fueled. Then I caught up to you and played Half-Life 2, and it's like...
Nice.
It's one of the best games ever made. Followed by Animal Well that I was middling on. Then I played Doom 2016, which I argue is one of the best FPS games ever made as well. So, like, been playing some... And then I played Assassin's Creed, played Crime Scene Cleaner. You know, I've been having a good year.
Cleaner. Yeah, you're crushing it. You are crushing it. I haven't played nearly as much. I've not played, honestly. I mean, I've played games. I have a list going, but not anything that's like matters to people.
Yeah. Well,
I've never
this
played
is-
Donkey Kong Land.
I mean, it was such a childhood thing. Like, that was the
I
first
played
game. When I bought my
DK94
game...
this year. I beat that game.
Oh, did you really?
I never
Well,
played it
dude, we
before.
can remap our controls pretty soon here.
That's
if not
true.
today, I'm not sure if that rolled out today, but it's
I
coming.
never played Donkey Kong 94. Hell, I was 5.
Oh, yeah, you just got into
no,
that.
7. But I liked Mario
Hey,
versus
you
Donkey
liked that
Kong.
one. Yeah.
And I always liked the Mario Donkey Kong game. I like Tipping Stars and the Wii U
Yep.
game and the 3DS game. So
Yep.
I've always liked these. And when I was playing Mario versus Donkey Kong, which felt like everybody hated for no reason, like they just didn't want to like it. Everybody kept telling me, yeah, but it's no DK94. And I was like, well, I've never played this game. And I always loved Donkey Kong, so I played it, and it is great. I had a
Yeah.
lot of
Don't
fun
you
with it.
love that, though? Hey, man, I really like this game. That game sucks compared to this other thing that you probably never played
I
before.
just wanted people just it was just the price.
No, of
people
course.
just didn't want to buy Donkey Kong, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. They don't
Yeah.
value it at that level.
Yeah,
know.
that's fair.
I don't know if it's fair, but it is. It's true.
I mean, it's just,
That's
yeah,
just
I mean,
true.
they're right
It's
to,
a
I just
fact.
think, like, I'm not going to argue with people about all that
Yeah.
stuff.
But
Yeah.
I played it and I really liked it.
I'm glad. I love when you love games. I think, I don't know, maybe you and I are similar, but we just hit things at different times. Like, because I don't love every single game. I don't know if it comes across like I do. But when I do, it's like, that's what we're chasing all this time.
Yeah, it is that hit on dopamine. Trying
Just
to
like,
find the next one.
ooh,
I don't.
this one.
Of all the games here, I'm looking at my favorite games of the year so far. Of which on my list I have currently 16 games that I've played so far this year. I don't think I love any of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're good. Like there's some that are very good, but do I love any of love them? Not really. None of these are Ori. None of these are Neva.
Yeah.
None
Yep.
of these are that game. I've yet to play that game this year.
What would it be? Have you given that thought? Like, you don't want to end up the whole year without having one of those games.
I've got a bunch of games that I'm looking forward to playing.
Oh, they're not out yet?
They're not out yet. Yeah, all of my favorites are still out there. Mafia, Dying Light, Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
I gotta play Blade Chimera. I still haven't got to that. PGA 2K I never played. I have so many games I just never played.
Yeah.
So they're out there. They're still on the way. Gears, of course. All these Switch games, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
And I'm not even playing Mario Kart right away. Like I'm like, it'll be there when I get to it.
That's crazy. That's
Breath of the Wild,
crazy. Oh yeah,
Breath
Breath
of Hyrule.
That's probably me as well with Switch 2 is probably Tears of the Kingdom. I've got to give this game a
First
genuine
thing,
shot.
Plug it in, start. Oh, join us. I'm being Delvin Sherpa.
I mean, I might need that as well. So it'll be you leading the way.
I love it. I love it. Like this whole Zelda Notes shit on the app. I'm gonna send now that I know you're playing.
I'm
saying
that, like, that's
you
for
and
me.
Delvin shit constantly.
Dude, I literally
every day
said
you
that.
log in, it's gonna be like, here's a bunch of shit Donnie sent you.
I'm 100%. I saw that. I'm like, it's almost like they were listening to some of us just bitch, whine, and complain about how we're too dumb for this game. And they're like, all right, well, there's some smart people out there. They can Sherpa. Definitely. It's so advanced for Nintendo, I feel.
It's been a few years since I've gone
it
back in honesty. So I'm kind of really, especially after Tears, I'm really excited to get back to just regular Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't, dude. I saw one video. I didn't think I watched the entire video, but like side by side footage on what it looked like on Switch 1 versus the Switch 2, and it's like this is crazy how much better it looks. Yeah. I think, anyways.
Oh, it's very good. I just got dinner delivered.
I'm jealous about that. So Switch 2 is being unleashed on the world, apparently in a physical sense, at a single global time in North America. And by that I mean at 12 a.m. Eastern time, stores are allowed to sell the damn thing. And 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is, daylight time, my apologies, is 10 p.m. my time, which means EB Games is opening at 10 p.m. on Wednesday, June 4th for the midnight release, the quote-unquote midnight release. So, like, that is very attainable for me. I'm not going to sleep. We're just going to be playing. I'm going to go there at 10.
You're just going to do the whole night thing?
100%. Yes.
Wow, I'm not doing that. I'm going to wake up and play it.
Oh, dude, there's no way. There's no 10. Look, I don't know if you'd feel differently if it was 2 hours earlier than that. Like,
no, probably not.
Are you? No way. You go to the store at 10 p.m. You're home maybe by 10:30, and you're like, I'm just going to tuck that away.
That feels
and
rich.
Go to sleep. What?
Like, I don't think I could get to the store and back in just 30 minutes.
Well, okay, call it even an hour.
If it opens at 10, I'm back at 11.
Say you're back at 11. Okay, say you're back at 11. Still, you're putting that away, and you'll go to sleep. There's no way I would do that.
I'm not trying to rain on that energy at all.
I'm feeling that. I just like.
I want to be clear. We've had similar discussions in our Discord the last couple weeks. And like on the show, I told Rebecca, I was like, I think I'm too old for midnight launches, and it's not necessarily an old thing. It's just that like when everybody was announcing like we're opening at midnight, I was like, I'm not going to the store at midnight because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come home, and then what? Like I'm gonna unbox and set all this up at midnight at 1 in the morning.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm not gonna do that.
Well, that's the thing. It's not 1 o'clock or midnight for me. It's 11 o'clock. Like it changes. I feel like that 2 hours is everything. At that point in time, I don't have it, but it's not necessarily the midnight part. It's the going to the store part, right? Like leaving my house part.
If it was on the doorstep at 10, sure, I might hook it up before I go to bed.
Yeah,
but it won't be. Mine will be delivered by 9 a.m. that morning. So I'll wake up early that morning. I'll wake up around 7 or so, and I'll just wait for it to show up.
This sounds like two different ways of dealing with like Christmas. Like, are you
and that's assuming
open your first present on Christmas Eve? Or are you
sure? But it's already there. It's not go to the store to get your first present on Christmas Eve, like at midnight.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I've lost that. I think a little bit in
I'm not ready.
Switch years.
Well, it's the same. This is a theme now. A little bit. This is a theme, and maybe I'll be there for the next console. But I'm like, I don't know how many more of these we got. Like, this is fleeting, you know.
That's
This
fair.
is it.
That's
this
fair.
is. I'm already not
Here's the
excited
other
about
thing.
concerts and stuff like that.
I
This
think
is it.
I'll have a Switch before then.
Oh,
There's no way they
Because-
ship 8 million of these to land on every doorstep on day one. They're going to have
like-
to start releasing them early.
there's no way Santa Claus does the whole world in one.
It kind of
night.
reminds me of like the Xbox. I got my
I
Xbox.
was thinking that
a
you
week
have reason
ahead
to
of
think
time.
this. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I think that's going to be happening. I think in the next week we're going to start getting more and more reports of people being like, "It showed up, it's here." Like, I think that's about to happen.
Crazy. Yeah. I hope so. That'd be fun. And everybody
Yeah.
can just like sit there and hit refresh, try to update
Stare at it in
damn
the
thing.
box.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, look, it is entirely possible that I get home, I plug it in, and I'm supremely disappointed with like the non-progress that happens. Because we're all going to be doing, or so many of us are going to be doing the same thing all at the same time. Update the damn thing, download
you're all
Mario
trying to
Kart. Like
update
that's
the same
really what
thing.
you know. And so, really, I guess if you break it down that way, then yeah, probably not a whole lot to be excited about. But there's things that are like we're all doing together at the same time. This is why I've always liked Nintendo. It doesn't happen this way in Xbox land. I don't think, I would argue it probably doesn't happen this way in PlayStation land as well. Certainly not in PC world. It's like there's something about Nintendo that's like you all are going to do and play the same thing all at the same time. And it's nice and it's fun. So I'll fire up a stream as soon as I possibly can, you know, and we can watch the loading bar together.
You have Jace on your side, and listen, the majority of people I think are on your side, and that's what I've tried to protect against sounding like I'm raining on anyone's parade. I'm not.
I don't feel
Go
that
s-
at all. No.
Go stand outside. Like that's the other part of me. It's.
We
I
already
feel like
did that
it's-
though. That's the thing that's where maybe you and I can come together on this. We already waited outside for the pre-order.
It feels like a part of this is very unique to like where I live and my area.
Hmm.
I don't want to go stand out in a line of those people at midnight. You know,
Hmm. wait.
like that doesn't sound enjoyable.
I haven't been to like a Comic-Con in forever.
I don't like my current GameStop like I liked my Switch One GameStop.
That's fair. Yeah.
I didn't know the people.
I get
it.
it.
Doesn't sound fun to me like it did then.
Yep. That's
know,
totally
that's-
fair.
that's
Ours
what I'm
aren't even
fighting with.
GameStops anymore. I bought it from GameStop and I'm gonna pick it up from EB Games. They changed
That's
back.
correct. They didn't change the whole company since you bought yours.
Kind of wild, man. I'm gonna bring in my GameStop receipt. It's right over there on my whiteboard.
Yeah. So like, if those conditions were different, I think I would. Like
Yeah,
if
that's fair.
If we could all like, if let's say there was a PAX or something,
Yes.
and we were all together and we're all gonna go get it together, I'd be jazzed.
Yeah.
But that's not happening.
Well, virtually kind of, but yeah, I see what you mean.
Sure.
Like there's still the physical requirement of going to get the damn thing. And that's kind of what I'm hopeful for is that, which I actually don't know, is I hope there's a bunch of people up at the same time, you know, kind of doing the same thing. It's because I like the movie Armageddon so much, where they hope that someone somewhere is doing the exact same thing at the same time with the animal crackers. That's where this comes from, of course. It all loops back to Armageddon.
Did you see my animal cracker joke? Were
I
you on
did.
Blue Sky then? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You know, somebody flagged that as explicit content.
I mean,
So they
let your
removed it from-
imagination run wild.
Everyone
course.
else's view, I guess.
That's
I was
really
really
funny.
proud of that tweet.
That's really good. Are we just allowed to call them tweets? They're fine.
I'm not
Blue
going to
Sky?
call them anything else.
Yeah,
Because
I've heard
Rebecca told me
really-
they're called. I forget what they're called. They're called something that sounds
Nasty.
explicit. Yeah, it
Yes.
sounds something like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
Skeets,
I
think, is what they try to call them. on
Yes,
Blue
they
Sky. I was
tried.
like, nobody's ever doing that. That's
Oh,
terrible.
man. Yeah, that's
So,
the whitest thing that's ever happened.
yeah. I honestly think it'd be hilarious. Everybody's not hilarious, not in that way. It would give me a chuckle. If everybody's like,
A chuckle.
fucking midnight release, I got to be there. And then like everybody that ordered one gets it like 2 days ahead of time.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, I guess you can go get yours. like I've already got mine.
Well, yeah, aren't I seeing like Target and other places just like loading up stuff already?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this
they're already
is-
here.
I mean, everything was
There's
shipped ahead of
8
time.
They apparently have 6 to 8 million of them. There's a lot. That's a
Good.
lot.
Sounds like
You
they're
can
ready.
only deliver so many in a day. What,
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think these shipping companies are going to have to kind of cheat to make it.
Yeah.
Or there's going to be a lot of people upset that theirs isn't there on launch day.
That's why I just remembered actually as we're talking about this, I have a second pre-order from Best Buy online, which will get shipped at some point, unless I cancel it. But I'm happy, like for me, I want to play that thing as soon as humanly possible. I still remember feeling kind of dumb to pre-order the Wii U and like lining up ahead of time and nobody was there. Like
I was gonna say, did you have a line?
No, like it was like I'll never forget that feeling. Like, oh, this isn't good. This nobody cares about this. How is this possible?
I was right there with you.
Yes, it's just like this empty feel. Like it was like a dream. It was like where you have a dream and you didn't put pants on. Like, how could this possibly happen? How could I possibly have made it all the way to school and not realize I didn't put pants on? That's outrageous. How could Nintendo have launched a console and nobody cares about it? That's crazy. Equally the same in my mind, which is nuts. So I don't want that again. I want to be there with the crowd. There already was a crowd for the pre-order. I'll be there with the crowd again. 10 p.m. Oh man, I'm gonna be there early. I'm gonna be there super early. Kids go to bed at like 7 o'clock.
When the Switch 1 launched, I was such good friends with the folks at the store. I think I was at the store at like 5 p.m. that day.
Yeah.
That afternoon.
Yeah.
We had a Smash tournament going. We had Pokemon card table going.
Yeah.
I ordered pizza for the store. I ordered like 10
Ooh.
pizzas just for anybody that was hanging with us.
Oh, that's what I gotta do.
We played Guitar Hero. Somebody brought their own like monitor and they were playing like the Zelda movie and like the Mario Bros cartoons and stuff. Like you could go sit in a corner. So it was like we were having a time.
Yep.
For anybody that's listening, if you're going out to midnight and you have a story like that, or even if you don't, I'd love to hear what your experience is, because I guarantee you the experience at my local GameStop won't be anything like that.
Yeah.
It'll be a bunch of people standing outside in the dark in a line waiting for them to open.
Oh, that's the other thing. It doesn't get dark here anymore. It's summertime. It's light until 11 o'clock. Like, it's not dark at 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's a little different for me, I think. But I wish everybody the best. I hope that spirit of old is still out there. I hope it's still to be found somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever been like part of that. What we really need is for everybody who shows up in the lines that I've been in, they're all there by themselves. If somebody brings one other person with them to at least spark a conversation, like it's so rare for a stranger to stand next to another stranger and then they start talking. Like I'm not really seeing that. But if you have like a couple show up and they're talking, it's still a little bit more inviting for the person next to them to go like, oh yeah, like I hear you talking about Zelda over there. What else do you guys like?
I'm that stranger that talks to strangers.
Yeah, I could see it.
I'm the opposite of that guy.
Yeah, you're just like, I want to talk to you right now.
I'm just, hey,
You want to be on
excited?
my podcast?
What are you getting? You getting Zelda? Yeah. Do you podcast? Do you want a podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, that's where all like I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, but that's where it all got started for me. I used to just sit in GameStop and just talk to people. Like that
Dude,
was
I miss
fun
those
for me.
days so much.
But it was fun to go to GameStop and hang out. Like I think if I went to my GameStop now and struck up a conversation, I think GameStop would ask me to leave. They'd be like, "Hey,
You think so?
Are you going to buy something?" Yeah, I'm like, that's what I'm kind of. It's hard to convey. Like, I really
This all makes
don't-
sense.
I really don't like my. Well, hang on. Let me clarify for anybody that may not know. The GameStop near my house that I did enjoy going to was shut down when GameStop closed all the things over the summer.
Oh damn. Yeah.
So the other GameStop that's near me, I've never liked. I've never liked that store, but it's the only one near me now. So now I don't have an option.
Yeah.
And the manager there, I just don't like. He is very off-puttish.
Yep.
My lasting issue that I had with him was I ordered Bayonetta 1 on Switch. They had a listing up on the website. They sent me Bayonetta 2. Easy mistake, but I already have Bayonetta 2. I was buying the first one. So I took it to the store.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to return this. And he was like, you have to call corporate. And I was like, why? And he was like, we can't take. I was like, I know for a fact you can. He goes, how would you know? I was like, because I used to fucking work here. Like, because I've done it. Because I've done it 100 times. Like, it's your corporation. I have a receipt. Exchange my game. Like, give me my money back. And he was like, he fought me for like 20 minutes. We had this go around.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm going to be the bigger person and I'm going to do this for you. Just
oh my God.
And I was like, I was like, I'm never walking in this store again.
That does it. 100%, dude. Yes. That did it for me for the longest time. I had a very similar situation with a trade-in deal that they were running for PS4s. They're like, we're going to give you retail value for this thing. Oh, Jace, yes.
I think we all kind of. I mean, I don't know. Did. Maybe that's me pushing.
No, I definitely did. Chelsea and I, we would go there. We
were
friends with them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I knew them all. I knew Micah. I knew Kirby. I knew Scott. I knew Steve. I knew them all.
To Scott. Yeah.
And like we texted. I'd come in, they ask me new games. I've told it on Shaq. I feel like every time we do this, because I know we do podcasts and listen to each other, I always feel like I'm telling the same thing over and over again. But you know, my
See,
store
that's
used
why
to,
you need to go out and get a new story, Donnie.
my store used to call me when people wanted to buy a Wii U. If they were like on the fence,
Nice.
my store manager would be like, "Hang on a second, I've got a guy."
That's
And he'd
so
call, and if
funny.
somebody had a Wii U question, he'd call me and put me on speaker, and they'd ask, and I'd answer the question,
That
like wherever
rules.
I was working, driving, like with my family. Like, wait a second, I have to help somebody buy a Wii U. You know, like
Do the
I
thing.
used to do that, but not my current game.
Now you do it en masse.
Sucks. Oh yeah, of course.
now you
Like
do
now
it
we
on a
found
podcast.
Well, we found Discords and we found podcasts. Like that wasn't really the thing then. So yeah, we found this stuff, and this
Yeah,
is
you
where
were
this
born.
stuff is now.
You were destined to be here, to do the thing, to now tell people to not go out to midnight releases and to stay home and wait for the delivery man to
Jump
to
on
bring it
the
to your porch.
Twitch.carpool. Come hang out with Sean as he shows you the Switch.
Do
2.
something. Yeah, I don't know, like what's going to happen exactly. Maybe
Now
we'll-
see that so there's an interesting thought. I have no idea if you probably are way ahead of this already, but well, you're going out at midnight, so I guess that wouldn't work. Have you thought about like turning that into that? Like, would you like kick off? Let's say you like 7 p.m. You kick off a stream where you're playing Mario Kart and hang out with the Switch and stuff, and then you like transfer your phone, you go get it,
not a
come
chance.
back. Everybody keeps joining you. They're chatting. They're talking. Like that's
out in
something.
public, this is where you and I may be different. Bobby was different about this as well. Like
Bobby would
vlogging
100% would
in
have done
public, not a chance. Not
Oh,
a
yeah,
chance.
he would have done
no
it.
way. Oh, definitely.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
no,
have,
Bobby
but
would have
he
been making friends the whole
definitely would have.
time. No, there's no way I'm doing content out in the
He'd have
world.
set up his whole damn PC and shit.
Totally.
like, hey, everybody.
totally. He's got like the standing desk somehow attached to
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
like
yeah.
just bringing the whole thing with
Yeah.
him. Yeah, he would
He's
have.
just out there just putting tables together. You're like, what the hell?
I'm too embarrassed, man. I'm in my safe place right now. I'm in my basement right now. I'm at my computer. Like I get out into the world, it's like, I don't really want to, and it's
gotcha.
dumb, you know. I guess the other thing too, like when we're in this world, like when we're doing this, I don't know what it is.
Like even if we were in like a Discord call, you've got like
Yeah.
your Bluetooth in and we're all hanging out and we're talking.
Yeah, I don't know. I get embarrassed about it outside, and I think it's more about just like because everybody's a content creator.
But then
there.
you're just on the phone. Nobody would know. You're just on the
I
phone
know.
talking to somebody on the phone.
That'd be maybe. Yeah.
It would stop people from talking to you.
But I don't care if people like this is the thing. I feel awkward going up to other people, but if like somebody hits up with a conversation next to me, I'm down. 100%. This is how you and I are friends. Like I'm friends with a lot of people like you, where I'm just kind of keeping to myself, and for whatever reason you're like, "Hey man, what's up?" Like you remind me of a good friend of mine from high school. His name's Bill. Like I was not talking to Bill at all. I had nothing to do with Bill. I just happened to be sitting next to him. He's like, "Hey man, you like Metallica?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do like Metallica."
Fuck
And
yeah, I
we
do.
became best friends, like just like
it.
that. It was that
That's
was it. And I wasn't going to talk to him. He talked to me. You know,
Yeah.
kind of like Chelsea.
I feel like it's a very gamer thing
Shout
that
out Bill.
people would know, right? But like my wife, I think strangers to me,
wife.
not listeners, but strangers would find it crazy if they saw my YouTube channel. They'd be like, "Oh, he's like super social and tons of." It's literally the exact opposite.
That's what I'm saying.
I go entire days without speaking to people.
Yeah.
Like, it's
save it
just
for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really do. Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of nuts like that. Like, what is it about? I've thought about that for many years now. As I was reminded that the Division 2 came out in 2019, we've been doing this for
I think
even
we've
longer
talked
than
about it.
2019.
I think we want to talk, but we want to talk about things we want to talk about. Like
Definitely.
I loathe chit chat.
Yes.
Loathe it. I can't stand when I see somebody that I know doesn't want to talk to me.
Yep.
Trying
That's
to talk
just
to
it.
me just because they just don't like silence.
Yep.
It's like I'd rather keep this silent. Leave me alone.
I had a dentist appointment this
But
morning.
if you want
and-
to talk about Gears of War,
Yes.
I'm down. But
Yeah.
I don't care about the weather or your dog or your garden. Like I don't give a shit.
yeah.
You know.
Which is funny because I mean, like, We the Gamercast is kind of predicated on, okay, stranger, let's see what you got, and like, there's always something good there. Like, it wasn't. I guess the nature of the long form made it not small talk. Like, I was interested to hear about
you have to
whatever
get
the
into
hell
something.
somebody had going on, like whatever it was, whether it was something deep or just something they're geeking out about. I don't know. That was always interesting to me. That was always
I
nice.
love Ryan's call here. I can't wait for the day where everyone brings their Switch 2 with the camera and the game chat in public.
Dude, wait for Game Chat. I'm waiting for Game Chat to be the hero of the Switch 2. We all made fun of it. We all logged our comments. They're all there on the record. And then we're all buying damn cameras and getting our stupid up faces sitting next to our villagers or whatever the hell else we're going to be playing together. It's like, oh, I guess this is different than Discord somehow. Like, what the hell, man?
I didn't make fun of it. I'm all about it. Have been. I keep telling her I'm going to get my Kinect camera. You guys can make fun of all you want. I'm going to play my
Yep.
240p Kinect.
That's just that the quality
I can't wait.
is so bad.
And I
It's
got the
so
worst one.
hilarious. Yeah.
I got the Piranha Plant.
Dude, you can plug in a mouse into the Switch.
You can plug
Like
any
this-
camera in. You don't
I
have
think
to buy
we're
a
in for
camera.
surprises for this.
Any webcam
exactly.
will work.
Yeah, I think we're in for a couple surprises with this.
I wonder if you
damn
can plug
device.
in your PlayStation 5 camera to the
a
Switch 2
PlayStation
and
Eye.
stream. Ooh, even go old school.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we did a whole, well, I tagged you. We did a whole like Connect nostalgia little tangent in our Discord last week, and it was, I
Yep.
really enjoyed it. I was like, man,
Yep.
people don't know. That was so much
People
fun.
don't know. People don't know. We almost had
Yeah.
it.
We, like, and it is correct. We all vilify them for including it in the box, and I understand why. But if you put yourself in their shoes at the time when they were mocking up the system, it made sense.
100%.
It's not like the
Yes.
craziest, dumbest decision ever. Like, I totally get what they thought they were doing.
Yeah.
Should somebody have been like, maybe we don't mandate it? Like, that maybe should have happened, but I totally get why.
But you get why they
thought
did it too. Like, because if it's
100%.
optional, then it doesn't get developed for and all these terrible things. Like,
Yep. Yep.
I get it. And that's
I do too.
That's the sad thing about Microsoft. And Microsoft and we're very similar. Both of us trillion-dollar companies and also very misunderstood.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, good intentions and somehow just keep fucking it up. That's me.
Not somehow. They break. They're too quick. They're too early to the game.
Yeah, and there's not a cool factor or nostalgia factor. There's no other thing that makes people feel like
I think there's
irrational about it.
nostalgia. I think we have nostalgia for. I have a lot of nostalgia for. I think that's why I'm so angry with Xbox now.
I get it.
It's because
Yep.
I have nostalgia for Xbox. I think the people that love what Xbox is doing don't.
Yeah.
And that it's more. There's more of them than us. But
Yeah.
I have nostalgia for Xbox. That's why I'm pissed off so much. That's why I'm pissed off about it, because I want to go back. I'm like, man,
That's why
where's
I'm going
that?
to the
Where's
midnight release.
Xbox? Like, where's the Xbox energy?
I know things change, dude. I don't
It
like
does. It does. Well, it doesn't have to be worse. I'm hoping I'm gonna get to play Gears on my Switch. That sounds
Wait.
awesome.
They're gonna have another console reveal for us pretty soon here. Don't you worry, and it's gonna be incredible.
Soon?
I think we'll see. I think we'll get like a little hint. Oh damn, I'm getting in predictions right now.
When you gonna get that ROG Ally? Do you think they'll announce that next week?
And no, I didn't they tease? I don't know. Is it the ROG
they
Ally or
haven't
something more official that's on the back
Asus
burner?
teased it, but there has been no official announcement of the Xbox Ally yet. But it
Can I
exists.
be honest?
Like,
I
you know
hope
it
that
exists.
that's not it. I hope that that's not whatever. I don't even know what
then,
it's supposed
Sean,
to be.
I have some bad news for you, buddy. I'm not sure if you saw this, but I'm gonna go open up the article and I'll read you the headline.
Yeah.
This comes from Jez Corden, published 4 hours ago. Exclusive. Xbox's handheld has been sidelined for now as Microsoft doubles down on Windows 11 PC gaming handheld optimization.
I hate that.
That handheld that they were whatever, I don't think it was even expected to come out until 2027 at the earliest, but apparently they've just kind of maybe put that on pause a little.
Okay, well, double down on the console. That's what I want to hear.
I do. He did specify in his article that the successor to the Series X is full steam ahead. It is on the
Yeah,
way.
can't wait.
So, do you think
That'd
that's
be
next
great.
year? Because I think that's
2020
2027.
I think everybody's saying 2027. I don't know, man. Like, it's tricky because I'm always
They could
excited for
use
the new
the
next
shot in
thing.
the arm.
Well, this is the thing. Like, is now the cool time to launch an Xbox console? Like, nobody has faith in Xbox right now. Like, I think they've got
depends.
some work to do.
It depends if this whole future PC hybrid launcher thing they have is ready.
Yeah, this is it. There's pieces
And I don't
that
think
need to
it
be
is.
placed.
But if
Yes.
it is, I mean, the faster they can get there would make everything make a little bit more sense. The problem is that they announce all these things and changes 5 years before implementation.
Yeah.
You know, that is an ongoing Xbox problem that's been there the whole time.
Well, yeah, the adjustment the whole way along. It's like
They tell you how great the future is going to be constantly.
Yeah.
You know,
This is what I mean. Pull a U-turn. Summer Game Fest or whatever the hell they're calling the showcase. Just kidding. Nothing's coming to PlayStation. Suckers. Bunch of
just
idiots.
delist
You thought they
all
were
the
for
Xbox
real?
games.
Exactly. They like patch it so the shit doesn't work anymore. Everybody who bought Forza, no. Doesn't work. Bricked your console.
I have thought for some time that if you wanted to leave the hardware space, this is kind of like how you do it, especially if Xbox, but generally anybody. You would go to Windows, you would figure out some way to tie that together, then everything becomes a console. So maybe you make one, but like it's like you really like you can have any of 100, like pick one. And then, you know, because obviously when there's 10 or 15 different options, you're not going to sell as much as if there's just the one. So you go, it didn't sell as much, and we'll slowly, you know, like that's kind of, I feel like we've been on that track for some time.
Yeah.
With Xbox. It feels like that's where I think they want to get the PC app or a launcher or whatever they're going to call it, a layer. They're going to get that right, and then anybody can make an Xbox, you know? And you'll let MSI and Lenovo and Asus, let them fight it out. Let them, they'll make you'll have a brand new Xbox every year if you want. You can buy a new one every single year. They'll come out with a better model, more RAM, more cores, more screens, you know?
I have been waiting for that. This sort of like where the upgrade culture can land in console land.
That's it.
Like,
That's the ROG Ally. That is it. Where we've come from the Steam Deck, we've come from not even Steam, where we've come from the G Cloud to the Steam Deck to the ROG Ally to the MSI to the Lenovo to the AI Claw, and like that's all we're doing. They just keep adding more RAM. They get the Z2 processor now, the Z2 Extreme Plus Pro. Like that's it. Like once you get on those rails, that's it. That's the game.
It's crazy how much tech you can put in on all the advancements you just talked about. All these handhelds that are better than the last one. This one's better than the last one. It's like they still not going to be as elegant as Switch. And that's the craziest thing, and it immediately invalidates it for me. Totally.
So oh man, I'm so glad you said that, because I've had long-standing conversations in our Discord with D-Life because he loves this, and like I'm not against it, but the point that I keep bringing up that I feel like nobody's really giving me a good answer, it's like, why make a console? Like if this is where you're headed, why even make a console?
Yeah.
Because you're going to make one, and then guess Lenovo's going to make a better one, and then MSI is going to make a better one. And like the console model, here's a standard stock SKU that we're going to sell for 5 to 8 years. That doesn't work in PC land. They're going to beat it instantly, and then they're going to beat it again. And in 2 years, they're going to have 6 better versions to choose from besides yours.
Yeah.
You know, like that's really the hard part. It's like, how does this make sense?
Yeah.
So Xbox makes a handheld, and then 6 computer companies make 6 handhelds that are better than that. And then they do it again the next year, and then they do it again the next year. You know, and it's like, it doesn't make sense for Xbox to make hardware. Like they can make a box.
Yeah.
But why would you choose that one and stick to just that one when everyone else is going to make better ones?
Well, and you keep saying like they're all making Xboxes, but I mean PlayStation's right there. It might as well be one of those options.
It is one of those options. And so and I expect the Switch can probably be considered one of those options as well.
Yeah.
But it won't be the same because obviously they're doing some custom stuff for the PC. So I'm just kind of focusing on just the PC space. But it's like you have the high end, which is where we are.
Yeah.
You got your 50, your 40 series, like that's thousands of dollars. They're just going to keep iterating handhelds and consoles until they reach that. And then by then, that will have moved on. You know, it's that PC, you know that life. It's PC
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Never
like,
stops.
The funny thing is, on the handheld side, you don't have my attention at all. On the console side, I'm like, I mean, what if, this is going to sound crazy, like what if we're buying a new console every 2 or 3 years?
I'm welcome to that. Like
I think that I am too, and that sounds crazy to say out loud.
I don't think I'll buy it because I have the PC. But there will be a day when my PC isn't so great. And
Right.
if there is a console equivalent or better, like if there's a day where Xbox is like, we've got one of those and it's better than what you have and it's only $500.
Right.
And instead of buying another graphics card, maybe I buy one of those.
Well, and the thing is, it doesn't necessarily have to be better. Like the internet will argue that it does, but in the reality, and we see this happen every once in a while, some like we'll all build our dream gaming PC and we'll spend all the money on it, and then we realize I can't do that often. You know, like that's once in a decade for a lot of people, and or maybe once in a lifetime, maybe never for some people. And so the reality hits in. It's like, I mean, that would be great, but like I can't buy another $1,500 graphics card every 2 or 3 years to
100%.
keep my PC up to specs. So that's where the consoles got to come in, and that's like I can't believe inflation, whatever, like is been well described and talked about. I cannot believe the consoles are what they are right now, this many years into the generation. A Series X costs what it costs. The PlayStation 5 costs what it costs. It is unbelievable, which almost in and of itself invalidates this whole conversation we're having about affordable upgrades happening every couple of years. Like that would have happened by now. Like how are these components not cheap enough for them to do what they've done for all of time? You buy what's that classic picture of like GameCubes for $59 or $99 or whatever it was, just stacks of them at Atari or Walmart or something like that. Like and 360 was the same thing. Like we were buying it for our parents because what a great deal.
Yeah, Wii's.
100%.
The $99 Wii.
How has this happened?
Because people have more money to spend.
Ultimately, that's it. You can talk about, like I said, inflation and trades and tariffs and blah, blah, blah. People are still buying these suckers.
Yeah.
I feel like that almost alone, that's a major factor in why these things cost as much as they cost.
100%.
They haven't slowed down. Why would they drop the price?
I think there's something. I don't know how to measure, like, how much appeal it has. But when you look at, like, I look at my son. My son wants a gaming PC. All of his friends are on PC. PC's all the rage. You think of, all right, you have this budding community that apparently leans PC. I don't know if that's true, but it feels like that's where we're headed.
Sure. Yeah, it's a loud audience.
So you build a console that provides them a cheap entry to PC gaming.
Yeah.
The Xbox console.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you can buy a $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 pre-build or build your own.
Yeah.
Or we have this very nice box for
Dude,
you. It's $500 or $600, and it's PC gaming, and you can play Steam on it. Like, I think there's something to that maybe like us, or like I'll say me from a different generation is not taking into account. Like, there might be a hook there where that might become the low entry to PC gaming, and that's not nothing.
Yep.
You know, that could be something. I wonder if that maybe is the play here.
I feel like that was part of the original dream with the original Xbox.
It was at concept.
Right.
Yeah,
100%.
that's what they wanted.
Well, and didn't Bill go where's the Windows in this?
Correct. Yeah, they
right. Like I thought I greenlit like a Windows thing.
The
here.
whole point was to make a PC a living room box, like something you could connect to the TV.
Yeah, I mean, if they crack this nut of like connecting PC to a console, like there is something there. But it also, like, once they do it, it's gonna take some time for people to even like realize what this is and what the benefit is and how that's all gonna work. Because like things like the Wii U I'll never forget. It wasn't a complicated console, but journalists were sure confused by it. They could not figure out if this was an upgrade or what is this thing. Like they don't understand it, and so it needs to make sense. That's why Nintendo's so successful. They just make it easy now.
I'm not like. I agree with you. I think I would like to be more excited than I am, because I just think that like one day I'm going to wake up and just click on the app on my computer, and now my computer is the console. Like it just is over here now. And I think it's conditioning. That's just not as exciting to me as a new console launch and a new, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it used to be.
Yes.
Like one of the things I kind of tease D-Life, because D-Life is all about this life. He loves it. So he and I are like foils for each other. And one of the teases I keep getting was like, man, I can't wait to wake up Christmas morning and launch my Xbox PC app. Like there's something, and maybe it's an old head thing. Maybe like from how I grew up.
Yep.
That excitement, that enthusiasm that we used to have that's not there for that. Even though like
Yep.
am I totally open? My PC becomes an Xbox. Am I going to use that? Yeah. If they
Sure.
can get all my library and shit over there, if I can play Fable, absolutely, I'm going to use it.
Yep.
You know,
But you know what the difference is as you're talking through that, I'm thinking in PC land, you're excited for upgrades and what the potential could bring, but it never coincides with a wave of new games. They eventually come because there's
yeah, they
new
just keep
technology.
coming. Yeah, it's just
right.
a bug game.
But with consoles, it's different. Like there's a launch window, there's a lot,
Different.
and so that as the two worlds come together, unfortunately, like you lose that
it.
excitement 100%.
Jeff
So,
Grubb has. I give him all the credit because he's the first person I heard to really kind of put it this way, and it's spot on. He goes, the whole console business is about making the player feel special.
yes.
Consoles make you feel special. This is your special game. We've built this entire experience just for you. This is the controller. We built it for the box. It feels tailored and special. You
Yep.
bought into this. Now we're going to make good on it. PC does it.
Yeah.
Like my fucking Steam Deck experience earlier. Like,
Yep.
here's a new thing. And completely broke my system. And I was like,
Yep.
never
Best of
fucking
luck to
mind.
you.
Right. And it wasn't in the store. I couldn't just go press the button and that. Like, that's what's missing. That, and there are people that are like, I don't care about that. I would argue people that don't have nostalgia for Xbox probably feel that way. They're like, I don't give a shit about that. I'm like, well, I'm glad you don't. I do. Like, I do care. It does. But I feel like it has a measurable impact to me.
100%. It's anything like this is all about community, really. Everybody doing the same thing at the same. This is what I was talking about before. You want those galvanizing moments. They go like, "Hey, everybody, we're doing this now." And again, in PC, it doesn't.
What is it
just
going to
doesn't
be?
happen.
I'm sure you've done it or are planning to do it. Are you going to do like a Switch memory episode or anything like that? A top 10, a countdown, something like that?
Probably not. This
No.
would be the week to do
Okay.
it. And I'm
Okay.
chatting with you, so we can
Well,
do
even
it
if
now.
you're not, even if you're not, when you have consoles, that's
Yes.
a part of it. Like
Yes,
it
100%.
makes itself. You have a time. You get nostalgic for it. You remember. You talk about, oh man, you remember this generation. Remember that.
It should
That
absolutely
goes
be happening
out
right
the
now.
window
Yep.
when it's just a PC.
No, I think they're talking about something horny over on the Nintendo Drive right now. Not
Oh,
not
all
the not the generation that's
we
coming
got
to a
Camilla
close.
going on. We got Fire Emblem.
I think so. I think
So
it's
why-
I think it's a
I'm
mommy
about
and
that
daddy
life.
kind of episode.
I'm
So maybe
about
that's
that life.
better. I don't know. What do I know?
But yeah, like that's the issue when Xbox is relegated to an app that you can launch on the same device that you do Excel.
Oh, but no. But you can do new OSs like Windows 95 and Windows 98. Remember the dance for Windows 95? Dude. Yeah. Get up on
Okay.
stage and you remember? Was it Windows 95? You know what I'm talking about? Balmer up there and all this.
Yeah, no, I
all the
do.
execs?
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, I'm not.
Apple's about to do this exact thing, dude.
I'm not that excited about it. Like that is not as exciting to me. But
I know,
again,
that's crazy.
I grew up conditioned by the console business. Maybe that's not the business moving forward.
Well, this is it right now. It's happening. New generation. Go
I
out to
would
your
tell
midnight
you-
release.
How crazy has this, not just Xbox, it's literally everybody. How crazy has this entire industry changed in 5 years? So earlier, like that was
don't like it.
2019.
Yeah.
Since 2019, imagine if I could show up to you in 2019 and be like, Sean, in the future, all these games are be on PlayStation. PlayStation put Horizon on Switch. Like, but you'd be like, what?
Dystopian. Dystopian.
Yeah, but it has all happened. It is a reality now. This
Yeah.
industry changes so fast.
All in one generation, man. They
That's-
could have. They didn't even let the ink dry on the deal with Activision. Come on, man. It's so. I don't want to even go down that road.
Yeah, as I
'Cause
say,
done
we've
it.
talked about it a bunch,
We've
but
done
I
it
feel like I
before.
must have it said.
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest issue with all of it is that it happened during the like if this had all changed at the end of they were like we got another console and let us tell you
Yes.
about the future of Xbox, I'd
Yes.
be like fine, but the fact that they were like everybody that bought this thing for us, fuck off,
I know.
like that sucks. That really sucks.
And yet, and this is again, you and I are different in different places. Maybe eventually I'll get to where you're at with it. I'm still excited to see what kind of hardware they put together. I don't know. Maybe I've just been doing this for so long. It's like I'm conditioned to be excited for new hardware. It's like, what could that be? How large could this thing become?
I think all of us at a level love new hardware and just period.
Right.
We all just love new hardware. I would be. Sorry, I'm
No,
Like,
I'm
I
very
want to
curious.
ask a question, but I also feel like I know exactly how you're answering. So in my head, as you talk about all the time, being in your own head, in my head, I'm like, is it even worth asking?
Yeah. Well, ask
Because
it.
it's like, have you given any consideration to not buying the next Xbox, buying something else? Or are you just going to
Yeah.
buy it just because it is the
No.
next Xbox?
No, I would say I'm kind of in that place, famously at this point, where I was with the Switch launch at that January reveal, where I didn't think they did a good job telling us why we should buy a Switch coming out of the Wii U. Like, I think I'm kind of there. Kind of depends on what they have for us, right? At whatever event or reveal they have, it could fall flat, and I might be upset with other people for like slamming money down, but it's almost like a do or die situation in some cases for whatever
Okay.
they have next for us.
Let me
But
rephrase. Let me put some conditions on this.
okay,
The next Xbox is what we all expect it to be, as is rumored to have been. It's a PC that's shaped like some rectangular square console that you would expect.
yep,
It's not as good as your newly rebuilt PC is,
right,
but it's close. It's a step below it. It's $500.
yep.
Do you want one? Or like, why would you buy one when you already have the PC? I guess maybe like that.
So in my
Especially
mind,
if whatever the console's doing, I would imagine whatever they're doing to gamify Windows is already, it should be on your PC, right? Like they're not going to do this only works on the console, not all PC. It's going to be every PC.
right,
We're just going to wake up and it just all is different now. So like at that point in time, you will already have the console. It's on the PC that you have.
it's funny because I separate PC and console in my mind, which is the opposite of what they would maybe want to be doing. Because
Right,
the
but
way
they're
I look at
putting them
do I-
together.
Right, and that's the thing, because like I'm thinking about it in terms of if it's vastly better than the Series X, that checks off enough of a box for me to go, I would like that Xbox. I'm not
Is it your
necessarily.
PC vastly better than the Series X?
I think so. Yes, it is, but again,
So
they're separate
that's
because
the
I
point,
don't
like, you already
I
have
game
them.
on them differently. Well, I do, but I don't play the same games, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lean-in gamer on my PC. I'm like leaning into the screen. I'm at a keyboard and mouse. I'm laid back
Console, you
on the
push back.
console. Like, so it's I play it very, very differently.
I think it's a total valid reason to be like, hey, I want two. I have a
Right.
need for
Yes.
this room to have access, and I have my desk. That's totally
100%.
that's a great reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Mm-hmm. So then the next question would be, why buy that one over a PlayStation or a Switch 2 or something that offers you that
Yeah.
and more?
Yeah, I mean, PlayStation's got great, and I've always said this, and people think I don't like PlayStation. You haven't been listening to me very long if you think I don't like PlayStation. I don't like PlayStation right now. I don't think that they're like really crushing it. And I don't think even fanboys would argue that they're crushing it right now. But the exclusives are alone worth having a PlayStation. I in my mind when they're killing it with the Naughty Dogs and the everybody else. So I still want that. I guess it's a matter of games. To your point, it's just a matter of like, and then to the leg up that they could get is like access to games. So if I have a Steam library and this is where it makes sense for them to do it, it's like, yeah, if you want to piggyback off of where everybody's buying games anyways and let them play it somewhere else, that does make some sense. But I mean, like this could jump into PlayStation land here as well. Like I really wish PlayStation was doing a little bit better these days. I wish there was I can't wait for Ghosts of Yote. I can't wait for that for something.
Sure.
When was the last time we were excited about a first party PlayStation game?
Astrobot.
Okay. It's like and
your
I'm like the
point-
only one who I'm
To
the
your
only hater
point,
for that game.
That was a year ago.
Right.
Right. So let me ask you this, and I'm going to add another condition. I don't think Xbox is the only one thing with this idea.
Yeah. Just unifying.
Steam has an OS that they're putting on.
Steam could do it,
extra
man.
devices.
They could sneak in
So-
and they could get me.
So if Xbox shows up and they're like, "This is the series, whatever,"
Yep.
and then Valve shows up and they're like, "This is the Steam box,"
They could do it. Yes.
are you now going to go, pros cons chart, pick one, or you're like, "No, I just want the Xbox one."
Dude, I don't know if Steam had a legit box, with the power and all the teraflops and all those kinds of things, I could definitely see myself.
If they were the same box, they had the same chip and everything.
Yep, I could definitely see. What was it? Was it not called the Steam box? Was that what they called it? Like the
Yeah, Steam Machine.
Steam? Like,
I had one.
how is this
I'm not sure if you were. I'm not sure if you remember those Married to the Games days. I actually recorded a video review for them
Oh man,
on my
Yes.
Steam Machine. I posted in the
Yes.
forums and everything.
Yeah,
I was into it back then. It wasn't ready. It wasn't good enough. Just like Xbox of yore, it wasn't good enough to really make it. But like, if you do what they're doing with the Steam Deck,
yep,
and you put it in a box, I can put on my just like your reason. I will buy one just to put it on the TV, so I don't have to
100%.
mess with it.
yep.
But I feel like I'm more interested in doing that with Steam than Xbox.
I probably am too. Like that would be really interesting. I don't even know how to how do we bring that hypothetical closer to life to
Right.
really like dance around it and really think about it? Because that
Like if
that sounds
Steam
fun
can
to
give
me.
me a Series S Steam box, I'm all in. Like,
Dude, why stop
immediately.
there? Do a Series
don't-
X.
I don't even need it to be all that powerful. Like just literally just make Steam access on my television that much easier for me to swap back and forth. Because the
Yeah.
reason is I have the Series X.
Mm-hmm.
It's right here. I have it. This is like when I tell you the dances D Life and I go around D Life's. He does this like if they just get it, I'm like that exists right
That's
now.
called the Series X.
You can buy it. Like I go get a PC if you want that life so bad. Like I did. I have
Yeah.
one, so I don't need another $800 machine. But yeah, I feel like that's part of like some of my resentment maybe for Xbox is like
Yeah.
I want that. I want them to give me that feeling, but like the way they're kind of penciling themselves in, it's like I don't think they can.
The one play was Game Pass. It didn't work out. They wanted it to, so they changed everything. It's like there were a couple more moves still.
If I didn't have the PC I have now, I think I'd be all into this,
Yeah.
but I already have it. So like
Mm-hmm.
at this point I'm just relegated like, okay, it'll be better one day. Like I'll just wake
Right.
up and it'll be better. Like I don't need to buy something to make it better.
Oh,
I
that reminds
have
me.
it. It's right
So
there.
where I'm at with this is, and I was like this way back in the day as well, I would flip flop in terms of what I'm upgrading next. And because PC is so flexible, you can choose what time that is for you. So what I mean by that is I would buy a new console when the consoles would come out, and then a couple of years after that, I would probably upgrade my PC. And then my PC would be
time to
the
upgrade
new
the
hotness.
console.
And then the new console would come out a couple of years after that, and I'd go back over there. That's the new hotness. Then I could go back a few years after. So like
Sure.
that's why I've been so happy. That's the secret to my youth right there.
I got you.
You know, that's a pretty good. So that's exactly where I'm at right now. It's been what 5 years since the Series X, 5 or 6 years, whatever it's been, and I've upgraded my PC. Now it's the capable thing. But when I bought my Series X, it was way more powerful than my PC, right? So it's like you can kind of do the
mine-
mid-generation upgrade on your own.
Sean, that really tracks. That makes a lot of sense because I had just got the 3080 and then I got the Series X and was
Yep.
not as impressed. I was like, my PC.
Yeah, you
that
don't
I
do it at the
have
same
is
time.
Better than this.
Yeah, you can't do it at the same time.
I was like
Yeah.
a year or two early on my 3080 build, and I remember getting these consoles and it was just like, that's it.
100%.
Like I wanted so they were talking about ray tracing and all the cores and
Yep.
I was like, oh, it's gonna
4K,
blow my
60 on
PC out of the
everything.
water.
Yeah.
And it did not.
No.
And it kind of soured me on the whole generation.
100%. Yeah, if you had the means to upgrade your PC, yeah, it's very hard for consoles to. And that's the thing that's been happening is the performance of the consoles and the PCs are talked about in the same conversation, and it's like the dollars don't even matter. It's like they have to matter.
Oh yeah, it definitely. I spent a lot to get better, and I've upgraded since then,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the other thing. Dell, you guys, I'm sure have Dell Canada or whatever.
Yep.
So my Alienware, they have a trade-in program. I was able to trade in my
Oh,
old
yeah.
one for just to get a new one.
Yep.
I think it's like $400 or $500 out of pocket, and just now I'm 40 series. I was like, even better.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on if you're a lifer PC gamer, then there is no flopping back and forth. You're just going to continue to upgrade your CPU and then your RAM and then whatever, like until you eventually rebuild. And that's not who I'm talking about at all. It is the people who still like to have that couch experience. Maybe they got family members who they want to play with, all these different things. But it is interesting. Like the closer these things have become to PCs, the question is valid. Why have both? If it's just going to be a PC that sits over there, like I already have a PC.
Our Journey
God
of Sweet Hangs.
damn it. Dallas scored.
Our Journey of Sweet Hangs goes back some years. I remember like basically hearing all your stories of PC gaming in the 90s that I missed.
Yes.
I gravitated to Xbox as a PC replacement, like as a PC alternative.
Sure.
That's where I found Doom and
Yep.
Outer Scrolls and Fable and like a lot of these games that people do associate on PC.
Yep.
So it was a nice complement to my Nintendo. Very traditional console, does Nintendo stuff, and then I have my Xbox who does. That's my gateway into the rest of the gaming world.
Yep.
Like now, play all the other games that aren't on my Nintendo.
Right.
And as they move closer and closer to PC, and I was already invested in a PC, I just feel like there's less and
skip
less
it.
reasons. Yeah, it's just like I'm honestly questioning, like, why even make hard? Like, I would like to ask, like, why even make it?
Yeah.
You know, it's like you don't need to. Like, just make Windows better. Like, it's almost like Windows is the console,
Right.
which is what they wanted, but they're trying to also sell hardware, and like I don't know, they feel at odds with themselves.
It makes me think of the Surface laptops. You know, absolutely no real need other than maybe to be like a fancy elite like piece of hardware like Apple has, I guess. Like I don't think I really even understood what was the impetus
I never
for
got
Microsoft.
one. They were too
What?
expensive. I never got one. They were too expensive.
They were very expensive, and it's because they looked nice. Like they had
Yeah.
a sheen, they had a prestige to them. Like they looked a certain way, which I like. Consoles can't live in that space, I don't think.
I don't think so either. But
And it's like they gave up on Surface as far as I
here's
can
another
tell.
challenge. If they actually do want to make a console, a part of the console business model is that you can negotiate and haggle on parts and build because you were committing to like, hey, we're going to build this one for at least this long.
Yeah.
We're going to subsidize that cost to make a cheaper alternative.
This
If
is
you're
the
literally
thing.
going toe to toe with PC in the PC space, can that still happen?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're still also going toe to toe with PlayStation. Like, make no mistake about that. Like, it's also the PC conversation, yes, but they're being dominated by the
Yeah, it's like
more
a- like-
direct comparison, which is PlayStation.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's not even close. So they're trying to change the game. I think you guys were talking about this. Like, they couldn't win against PlayStation, so they go up against Valve, and it's like, is that better?
That's the hardest. That's the biggest hurdle with me getting excited about any of this.
Yeah.
I'm like, that
Yeah.
sounds way worse.
Yeah. Something has got to change. Like the thing is,
I'd
you
rather
can't,
them
that's why I'm
double
excited.
down and go hard the old way. Of like, no, take the fight to play. Don't, because
Right.
if they try to go for Valve, I'm like, ooh, that's not going to go well for you guys.
Well, so the thing that Valve has sort of walked, or at least Steam has walked away from, seemingly, is the crazy sales. Like there was a time. This is why everybody plays on Steam, is because they had years and years of like these stupid deals. They went viral. You know, to the point where like you and I and so many others were buying games we'll never touch, but we bought them, and it's just like, I don't know if that was done on purpose by Steam to acquire us all into that ecosystem, but it fucking worked. You know, like now Epic can't do that. Nobody can undo that. Epic is giving away games for free every month. It's like Amazon is giving away free games, and McDavid just scored a breakaway. Oh
Nice.
my goodness
Got it
gracious! I'm
back.
wearing his jersey, my man. So it's like part of me wants to see Xbox or Microsoft or whoever like get aggressive with this kind of thing and just go take that idea. Just have these stupid viral sales. Any sale that anybody has, it's like it's not a Steam sale. You know, everything that they do, it's like
I feel like
it's
Xbox
not.
does that now. I feel like everything on the Xbox store is on sale all the time.
Yes, but it's like, where do you
And
get those
super low.
stupid deals? Like, this is the thing. This is where like Black Friday came from.
I feel like the Switch PlayStation sale, like the crazy sale, is like $14.99, $17.99. The Xbox store has hundreds of games for like $2,
Yes.
$3. They're trying their best.
I know, and it's like they just can't. And this is why they changed the model. Honestly,
Right.
is because, and that was that now infamous interview that Phil did with Kind of Funny, where it's like, I don't know, man. Like, even if we make a great game, it's not going to change anything.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
get that sense from them.
I
You
forgot
know, they
about that.
try everything, and it's
That's why I kind of
no.
like. So
they
stop,
feel they do.
So stop doing it. Like the still trying. Like we're still gonna have a console. We're gonna make a hand. It's like stop.
Yeah, you think? Yeah.
do this. This is the path you chose.
Ah.
Now go full hard into this.
I'm not ready
Leave out
for
games.
a only PlayStation and Switch console
I think another
like,
one's coming.
landscape.
I think a Steam box is happening.
Steam could do it, and that would be it's so funny because that would feel exactly like in the best way possible. It would feel exactly like the original Xbox. It's
Yeah.
like, please, a new challenger come.
Completely unrelated from Windows altogether, because I think as more and more people are discovering, finding out. Shout out to Dr. Bland. Windows is kind of the problem. And
Yeah.
like, is the Windows team ever going to give the concessions needed to get Xbox on PC where SteamOS is? Probably not.
Yeah. No,
I
there's
can't
too many
imagine
other
that being a thing.
competing interests.
Yeah, like gaming is huge, but not that huge.
Yeah.
Not Office 365 huge.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's like, yeah, Valve, they've got it.
Yeah.
Like they nailed it. They kind of have it. It's right there for the taking. All they got to do is just flip a switch.
Yeah. It is funny. Jason in the chat says PlayStation, Nintendo is all we need. Like
I don't
it
think
comes
it's
down to
not
something
wrong.
totally. And on a personal level, it just comes to such a tangible thing. Like I prefer the controllers. Like I'm not there. And maybe I don't know.
Hey,
maybe I
let
could
them-
go back.
I've made the joke. I told Dev and Delvin all the time, wait till they start making Xbox Series controllers for PlayStation.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah, maybe
nothing
that's
stopping
it.
them from
Yeah,
doing
maybe-
that. Like they
maybe
can
that's
still
what's
make
coming.
controllers.
100%.
They
Isn't
can
that
make
crazy?
controllers and accessory. They can
Oh,
do
I
that
hate it.
until,
I
Turtle
guess
Beach
that-
headsets. They can keep doing that.
There is still, and people might make fun or argue against this. I still feel like there's still some fight. They're fighting differently, but there's still some fight in Xbox. Like they still try. Like there's all the games we want to play, single player, experiential games. Like they're all coming from Xbox studios right now, and like I still want that. Like I just don't. PlayStation's like I think I've used this comparison before. PlayStation's like that the hot girl who knows she's hot and it's just like get over yourself. Like it's
Fair.
not becoming to know that you're the hotness right now. Like just try a little. Like try to win me over. Does anybody feel like that in PlayStation Land? They're like, "Oh wow, like PlayStation's really trying to wow me with Marathon." Like I don't even know what it is. Like what is it? And probably the same people could say the same about Xbox. I don't know. Whatever. When Jay says something like PlayStation, Nintendo's all we need. Nintendo feels like that. Here's your new Switch 2, same thickness. It's going to be, run all these things a lot better. Here's your new Mario Kart. Here's your new Donkey Kong. Like, this is how it's supposed to feel. And I don't think
Because
really
they're-
PlayStation or Xbox.
Because they're dedicated to the platform. They
100%.
haven't let it go.
100%.
They protected it at all costs.
Yeah,
The moment you start chipping away at it, it falls apart.
100%. Yeah.
Even on the PlayStation side, I think it's very easy for you and I to say that because it's like, I'll play God of War on my PC. I'll wait.
Pretty much. Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. And maybe I'm just disconnected.
I think
from
you're
my
doing a great
PlayStation.
job of calling out the PlayStation side because they have been kind of going through it for like the better part of what feels like 2 years. Very light, all things considered, on releases, but their market share is so grand and their third party
It doesn't matter.
share is so grand that it doesn't really impact people. Nobody cares.
Yep.
They're still getting timed exclusives. They're still getting DLC and marketing and everything catered to them.
Yep.
But it's fair. It's a very fair, valid, I think, stone to throw because they
Mm-hmm.
are just kind of coasting. I mean, look at the PlayStation 5 Pro. They came
Yeah.
out with a whole new damn console, and I really don't think they have a game or anything that really showcases the need or the worth of that thing. Like
For the
you can
Pro,
play-
probably not.
Yeah,
That is
hasn't
too
really
bad
happened.
because the launch of the PS5 was spectacular. Like the first couple of years, incredible. Like I feel completely the opposite about the first couple of years with PS5 versus now, and it's not that gets lost in the conversation. I think both things can be true. That it started out really really well, and it's like Jay says that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is worth it. A lot of people feel that. Definitely, a lot of people feel that way.
like Half-Life. For some people, that's all you need.
100%. And maybe it's Mario Kart World. Maybe it's a new Animal Crossing game. Maybe it's this is why exclusives matter. And people, you and I have chatted about this 100 times too. Like I still kind of wish that I do. I joke about this U-turn. I wish Uncle Phil went, just kidding. Exclusives. We want exclusives. They matter.
I think we both do. We miss what that's how they entered the game.
Yeah.
This is a
With
company
fight.
that was like Grand Theft Auto is exclusive. Like
Yeah.
there was no limit. Like they wanted the original, the founders, if we will,
Yep.
they wanted to disrupt the market.
Mm-hmm.
And it really feels like they're like, nah, we just want to like go along to get along. Like we're just
I
gonna have
know.
baby. You know, that's what it feels like.
Well, people are celebrating weirdly. You know, Xbox has all these games, top 10 games selling.
Right
It's
now
all
they're
Xbox
crushing it.
stuff. It's
Finally, the studios finally showed up. It's
Yeah.
sad to report. It was too late. If these
Yeah, for the
studios
sake
had
of the console.
showed up in 2020, 2021 like this,
I know.
perhaps this would have gone differently.
Yeah.
That's my biggest. I think my biggest gripe with all this is I've said is the short-sightedness of it all.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like
no,
you
I've
really
been with
changed
you
the
the whole
whole
time.
model and everything. What seemingly at the drop of a hat. Like, okay,
100%.
We get it. The Xbox didn't go as well. Okay, so try again. Try
Yeah.
a couple times.
I know. Right?
Now it's easy for us
Nintendo.
to say to spend
Ugh.
billions of dollars on this, but
No.
but Nintendo and Sony would.
And Nintendo did.
They did.
Imagine Nintendo goes third party because of the Wii U.
Correct. Exactly.
They're like,
Because
no.
everybody was telling him, go mobile. Get
Yeah,
on like
go
that was
mobile.
all the rage, and Nintendo was like, hold my beer. We're definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the part. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, so maybe they're better fit to just be a publisher.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I think for those of us that grew up with it, it's a little disheartening, but I'm excited. I'm
okay.
enthusiastic to
The
play
next console's
Halo
gonna
and
be a
Gears
cloud
and
console.
Forza.
Don't
I'm
worry about it.
excited to play those things on my Switch. Like that's cool. Put those there. I'll play on my PC. I've got Game Pass. You know, like the future. It's sad because it feels sad to say because it's like, oh, you don't care, but it's like I care exactly as much as they do. I'm doing exactly what they're telling us to do. I think we both are. I have moved from console to PC. I am like playing their games on PC with Game Pass. Like I am doing exactly what they say they want us to do.
Yeah.
But when you say that, people are like, "Oh, he doesn't like Xbox anymore." Like I'm doing exactly what Xbox is asking everyone to do.
100%. Yeah.
You know, like if
Yeah. I mean, really, I'm not playing. I talk about going back and forth between my PC and my Xbox, but like in reality, I am at my PC more than I mean, I'm just been drawn by where it plays better, certainly. I think if I played more sports games, then maybe I'd be back on console more, just kind of having that chill experience. But
it's a bummer for me, because I don't have a Series console anymore. I got rid of my Series S. You know, the new college football game was announced today, and I don't have a place to buy it. I'm just not buying it
that is crazy
because it's not on PC. It's
Only
not
a
on
few
Switch.
things still have,
And
only
I'm
on
not
console.
buying
Yeah.
a console just to play that. So like somebody asked me today, they're like, "Are you gonna get it?" And I'm like, "No."
Well, this reminds me of a point we were going to make earlier. There's so much chatter about how expensive everything is these days, and in this economy, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, how is the Series S not the thing?
$199.
Crazy! It's crazy.
I
to
bought
me.
mine for $160.
That's nuts.
Is what I paid for mine. It was used, but I bought it for $160 eBay. Traded it into GameStop during that Xbox promo. I forgot what I got $250 for it.
Insane, man.
what?
Insane. I just don't understand how it's not. I don't know what exactly I'm wanting anybody to really do about it, but it just doesn't logically make sense to me that there's this inexpensive, very capable console in a world where everything is too expensive, and it's like, is this not the answer? Like,
No, because it's not
And-
too expensive. That's just social media fodder.
well, I guess that's really it.
When I talk to I got a buddy of mine. He plays games, but he's like way more PC. He's like really into iRacing. He's got like a whole rig and everything. Talked about it a few times.
Nice.
We're like colleagues
Yeah.
at work. When we were talking about the Switch, because he didn't get a pre-order, I have 3 of them. One of mine folks backed out, so I offered him my third one. I was like, "Hey, do you want this? I'll just send it your way." And he's like, "Absolutely." But when we were talking about it, he's like, "I don't understand that people are arguing over the price." He's like, $300, $405. He's like, it's all the same. Like, and I actually somewhat kind of agree with him. I think once you get over like $200, like
Yes.
that 200 to like maybe 600 range,
Yep.
that's more or less the same purchase for a lot of people. Not for everybody. There's a lot of people that are like, I'll never get
There's
it. But
a
for
zone. There's like
lot of
thirds.
people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, a lot of people, that's the same purchase.
Yep. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, and nobody will really want to admit it, but that's just the way the numbers play out. You get a little too close to 1,000, it's like that's now
Thousands
$1,000
a different
purchase.
threshold. Yeah.
Yes, Like, yeah, and I would say like 700 maybe is that.
Yeah,
is that,
I was gonna say. I think
it's-
when you start touching,
it's gonna go like
8,
200 and
you're
then
like,
2
wait
to
a
7
minute.
and then 7. Yeah, like they're
Exactly.
This is how our brains simplify things. 100%.
Yep.
So I guess what you're saying is the Series S isn't cheap enough. Like just
It's not cheap enough because why
Yeah.
would you buy that if you just spend a little bit more and you get a PlayStation, you get their exclusives, you get more. Like that's the problem. That's been my issue with the Series S. I'm like, it needs to be cheaper. Like you should be cutting them by a large sum.
yeah.
Not they were for a long time. It was like you can get a PS5 or a Series S, and the Series S was like $50 difference.
Okay, I didn't
That's
realize it was
not
that close.
enough.
Is that real?
Yeah, like that's not enough. It needs to be
No,
like
I agree. I agree.
$150 cheaper.
And maybe that's it. It's enough of these stories that I hear from you that like you've got a Series S for 110, and the number keeps shrinking in my mind. It's like you say 210. I'm like, oh, I heard Donnie got it for 175 bucks, and somebody else says I heard Sean say that Donnie got it for like $112, and it's like
The game of telephone.
Game telephone, 100%.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I'm looking right at the Series S, and it's like it's such an underappreciated
What is it now?
little guy.
$349?
I have no idea. That's my point.
That's way too high. That's
Yeah.
way too high.
Yeah,
I would never even imagine coming close to $349
so?
for that thing.
yeah.
And I love the
$299?
Series S. I agree with you. It is. I clowned that thing when it was announced.
Yeah.
So nobody wants that. And then I got one. I was like, this is legit, like literally almost as good as the other one. Like it's really hard in application, in practice. There are very few games that will prove the difference between those two boxes.
Yep.
They do exist. There's a few where you need that extra horsepower, but in the grand scheme, it's a fraction.
They need to do the old Pepsi challenge, the old like blind taste test. Like
Oh,
put
that'd be-
two people.
that'd be good. Well,
that'd be
hey,
amazing. Go
Welcome
in Best
Tour.
Buys. Yes.
Nintendo Welcome Tour is going to do that with the FPS mode. You see that?
No, wait,
They
what?
have a mini game in the Nintendo Welcome Tour game that everybody hates. They have a mini game called Guess the FPS, where they show you the and you
Amazing.
have to guess it. Like, was that 30 frames?
Oh,
Was it
I
40?
love
I can't
it.
wait. I'm like,
Oh,
this
that's
is gonna be so much
great.
fun.
Wait, where are they doing this?
It's in. Have you? So, with Switch 2,
Yeah.
Nintendo was releasing a game called Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Oh, yes, the pay
It's
thing.
like the little manual,
Yep.
gamified manual
Got it.
thing. It's
And
a,
it's
it's
in
a
there?
mini game in that. Yeah.
Dude, that's genius.
$10.
Oh, I
I'm like,
love
I
it
was
so much. That's almost worth it
everybody
just
was
for
like,
that.
I can't believe they're not giving it free. I'm like, I'm day one, buying it immediately.
So, and I might be the one eating crow on that one because I'm talking about firing up a stream as soon as I get home. And
there's a
we're gonna
little
play-
golf game that you play with a mouse, and there's like a little minesweeper thing.
I
like,
would do that for
I'm
the
excited.
lulz.
I'm
Honestly,
excited.
I would do that just for the like. Who cares at that point?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
$10.
Oh
So
man.
I want to address this comment I put up. Jay says they didn't have the games being Xbox until they spent billions on Bethesda and Activision. And that's true, but the problem with that is that when they spent the billions on Bethesda, Phil Spencer publicly stated this is to bring exclusive content to drive the console to, like, that was the whole point. And then it was like 2 years later that was completely the opposite of the plan.
yeah, we
Like,
want to
they
reach
literally-
more players.
100%. Yeah, like that was I remember the day that happened, and I was just like, oh man, Doom's gonna be exclusive. That's gonna drive people. We're gonna get people in the Game Pass. Like that was the way out. That was the way
Yeah.
to climb out of the hole. And it's like they put they bet it all on Starfield. And once that didn't, then they cut
I
bait.
think you're right. Yeah. Well, and Call of Duty didn't do anything for Game Pass either. Like, there's,
True.
I get it. Like, but again, this is
But
all
it
going
wasn't
back to Game
exclusive.
Pass. Exactly. Yeah.
If the Bethesda stuff was exclusive, if Avowed
Yeah.
was exclusive, if
What
Oblivion
happened
was
is exactly
exclusive,
what was
if
going to
Doom
happen.
was exclusive, if Indiana was exclusive,
imagine? Can
if,
you imagine, though?
See, that's the thing. We've talked about this forever. It's not one. It's
Yeah.
a steady stream of them. That's
Yep.
what PlayStation had that you didn't. Is they had them. It wasn't just God of War, or it was God of War. The last was Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It was all
Spider-Man.
of it.
Yeah.
It's the totality of it. That's an ecosystem. That's what
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo does. Delvin and I, Dev's like, I only need 2 games a year. It's like, well, Nintendo's got 15 exclusives.
Yeah.
Like they have one every month.
It's crazy. People still forget why that is. Like, they combined handheld and console developers. Like, now they just have one platform. They're still benefiting from that.
And they're just crushing it. And even if you don't like them or they're smaller, but they are
Yep,
exclusive.
on to the next one.
They have a steady stream of reasons to buy something.
Yeah, well, and they kept development reasonable as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't have a game every 10 years or whatever.
They're not
It's-
building a $400 million game.
I mean, they got 2 Zelda games on one Switch.
They did.
That's
Two
kind
giant-
of, I mean,
two
those big
gi-
ones, they got even more than that.
Gigantic Zelda games on Switch.
Yeah, that's like, why do we play anything but Nintendo?
To be clear, they got like 6 Zelda games.
I was going to say, yeah.
because we got Calamity and we got Echoes. Like we got a lot of Zelda games on Switch.
Yeah. Yeah, Zelda had a nice glow up on Switch.
Link's Awakening,
Dude, like every, I think almost every Zelda game
Skyward Sword Remastered
is on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No Twilight Princess. I guess we never did get our Wind Waker
Nope.
HD.
We will
Damn.
next Thursday.
Yes.
Play GameCube Wind Waker.
If I can invert my dang controls, if I can map my
You can.
controls to
They're
invert.
remappable. They said that.
Yes. Maybe I'll be able to play this damn thing. Finally. I'll get my, this is just it. Buy my brand new Switch 2 so I can play a GameCube game and a remaster of a Switch game. It's like, I mean, this is
Now
PC
you're on the
gaming.
team.
This
Now
is
you're
PC
on the
gaming,
team.
and that's why I like it so much. So like, what? Who knows, man?
We had somebody come through trying. Oh, it was Rob. Rob, you know Rob, right? Rob,
Yeah.
Rob
Rob
3000. Rob 3K. His big kick for the last month or so is trying to show me how great N64 games are on PC. He's like,
Oh,
you
yeah?
you can download this recompile and get this thing going. You play, look how crisp Mario 64 is. And I was like, if you don't get this blasphemous shit out of my Nintendo channel, we play games here at 180p and we love it. Get
Oh
out.
damn! No, hit me up. I want to know about this.
You
I
got to
want
do
to
it.
play.
Yeah. He's that's what he's doing. He's got all
I'll
these
emulate on
all these
this
emulators
thing.
and recompiles and all these things.
Recompiles.
GoldenEye.
Ugh.
He's doing GoldenEye. I'm like, listen, if it doesn't have sea strafing, I don't want it. Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense.
Well, I mean, they sold me a 64 controller. I bought one of those damn things because they wouldn't allow you to remap the controls on the Pro controller. I'm like, Star Fox
couldn't.
64 is unplayable.
They couldn't. Sean, listen.
I know it's
It would-
impossible.
It wouldn't have run on the Switch.
Yeah,
They
I know,
couldn't
it's like a
remap the
Kinect. You
controller.
can't-
It's just-
you can't launch, you can't power
You
up
need the
a-
new console to
I
remap
know.
the 64 controller.
I mean, it's Super Nintendo Virtual Console on a new
100%,
3DS. It's all the
100%.
same. Like we know these tricks. We know, and I knew it, and I bought it anyways. I'm like, I can't believe I'm spending whatever it was, $50 or $60 on this damn 64 controller, which is a monstrosity in and of itself, to play maybe once a year Star Fox 64 on NSO, because I can't remap it on a.
I got one of the.
Pro
I think
controller.
I've probably told you this before. I got the Retro Fighter 64 controller for Switch. That's what I
Oh,
used
yeah.
to play.
Yeah,
It's wireless and it just.
you have a
Bluetooth
lot
and
of different
stuff.
controllers actually.
Too many. I'm a
You
controller.
have so
fiend.
many.
Ryan, I want to apologize. Oh, you're not. No, never mind. He doesn't. He's not producer Ryan no more, right?
Not
You're
producer Ryan.
producer
Not
Sean.
for this.
Sean,
No.
I'm gonna apologize. I'm really struggling over here. I'm trying to eat because I'm hungry,
Yeah, no, you're doing
but
a
I'm
great
trying
job.
not to get it into the microphone. But I keep
don't hear it.
muting. I keep muting on Melon, but not my locals. So I see.
Oh,
on
no.
I'm like, so then I keep going back, and I've tried to talk and been unmuted. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start just putting it away from me. Like,
Because is it a
come
Yeti?
back.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a
Is it-
Yeti.
yeah. See, I mean, the mute button on those things are comically. like,
Yeah.
just why did you put a button on that thing? Ka-chunk.
Chunk.
Like, let me just mute for a second. Ka-chunk.
Did you get the GameCube controller?
No, not yet.
I bought mine and flipped it.
That's as positive as I've been on that, because I make fun of the GameCube controller a lot. But
Oh, the actual just the controller you don't
Yeah.
like?
No,
oh,
I don't like
it's
that
like my
controller.
favorite controller. I love it.
It's everybody's favorite controller. I'm very unpopular on
the
this
best.
take. I get it. But, I mean, depending on what they do with this damn NSO, I might need it. Very similar with this N64 thing. I've not bought one yet. This is as close, and this isn't even me being really that close, but it's just me being up off of the ground floor here as Donnie takes off. I don't even know if he can hear me anymore. But we'll see. He's probably going to grab like a controller or two. Jason in the chat says it's nobody's favorite controller except Liars. Jason and I think are. This makes a lot of sense actually. Jason and I are 100% aligned on this. He's got the
Retro Fighters
controller.
has one too.
Oh, that does look good. It's a pro
So-
controller with the button layout of.
But it's got the actual trigger, the actual bumpers.
Yeah, that does look good.
It's got a little capture button. This is the Retro Fighter one. It's just like the 64 one that I got.
Oh yeah, that's
So
that's
these are my-
100% we need to do.
These are my Switch controllers. I bought the official GameCube controller from the Nintendo store,
Yeah.
and I flipped it immediately on eBay.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Huh. I don't hate
Got
that.
$175 for it.
Did you really?
Sure did.
Isn't it $50 or what? 65?
65.
65. Yeah. Oh,
That's a
good
free
for
game.
you.
That's Madden.
There you go. I want to play Madden. I want to play. I don't know
Oh,
what it is.
I've
been saying
that's
that for
one of the
years.
things I'm most excited about. Like,
This is my biannual plea. I wish you streamed. I'd love to watch you play Madden.
I'm about to stream a game.
Oh, really?
It's hilarious that you said that. I sat here today before we got started trying to figure out how to reset up OBS. I haven't had OBS on my computer in like 6 years.
We finally did it, everybody. We got him.
I have a developer. There's a game that I'm really excited to play, and the developer, I've been like retweeting it and sharing it on Blue Sky and stuff, and the developer started following me, started messaging me. It's like sending me like pictures of the game and stuff, and they're having a beta next week for Summer Games Fest, like a closed beta, and they asked me if they're like, hey, would you like to participate, and would you like to stream it for us? And
Yeah.
because they specifically wanted a stream, they like in addition to the podcast, I was like, shit, I guess I gotta figure out how to deal
Gotta
with that
stream
again.
it.
So
Hell
so
yeah.
I'll be streaming a game at some point next week.
Yes, good. Yes, this is what the people want, Donnie. You might not like it.
Well, it's probably not the game you guys want me to stream, but I'll be streaming.
If
that
it gets
game.
you setting OBS up, then
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm definitely not committing to do it. I'm doing this like a one-off.
That's
I'm going
okay.
to do it just for
That's
this
okay.
game and call it a day.
Yeah, well, this is how it starts.
But I'm excited. Golf game, of course.
Of course. Yes.
Of course. Of course.
Oh,
I'm like
Mario
really
Golf
jazzed about this
back?
one. though.
Oh my
This one is
gosh.
going to be this golf game. This could be.
What is
I
it?
hope-
Can I know what
I
it's
hope-
called? Am I allowed to
Yeah,
know
no, it's
what is
yeah,
this?
I think it's public. Hang on. It's developer is Broken Arms Games,
Developer.
and the game is Under Par Golf Architect.
Okay.
You can wishlist it on Steam if you'd like. If you want the elevator pitch is that it is Sid Meier's Sims Golf. This is a new Sims Golf game. Did you ever play that game?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm going to see if I can pull it up on the streams for our chat. There you go.
Oh, yes. I've got it right up here as well. Okay, nice. Nice.
So I'll play the little trailer. So, Sid
Oh, this is
Meier's
so Donnie.
Sims Golf is one of my favorite games ever. Like, of all time. It is literally the dragon I've chased my whole life. In the 90s, I think it was the 90s, maybe it was the 2000s, but I think it was the 90s. In the 90s, whoever made it, Firaxis, I think, or somebody like that, they made Sid Meier's Sims Golf, and it is the most addictive, best damn piece of crack I've ever had. And I have carried that game along for decades. It works on my computer now. Like, I have a Windows emulator compatibility layer version that you had to like patch, and there's a community that like kept it going. Like, you can still play it, but it's really hard to like get it going. And there's been a few that have like tried to, like Golftopia. We met with their developer and everything, and they tried to do it. And it was pretty good. I played it, but not like what Sims Golf was.
Yeah.
This is like me and Jason Lacey crossover. Jason also
shout out
loves
to
the
Jason
Sim
Lacey.
Golf. Yeah, absolutely. He's going through it right now.
Yeah, man.
And this looks like it. This looks like the one. Like, it's got all the vibes and the mechanics that I feel like Golftopia, and there's another one that I don't remember. It's like Golf Course Builder Manager or something like that. I think was on Steam.
Yeah.
They don't get like, those two games were good at the building aspect, like building the golf course, but they weren't really good at the sim management. Like, have to help everybody like enjoy the course, be happy, like put out the
Yeah.
flyers. And then it's like Sims Golf, there was a playing element too, so you could you could host tour events if you're and like your holes would be like rated, like Hall of Fame, and so there's all of this progression building on top of the building part that nobody's really ever quite got. I think this one is it. And if it is, again, I gotta play it and everything, but if it is, legit could be like my game of the year. My absolute.
I can see it.
This might be the one. This might be it. People are like, Donnie, what the fuck are you on? Because it's kind of all I've ever really wanted.
So Broken Arms Games, their other game is called 100 Days Winemaking Simulator. And yeah, you have a vineyard and you plant different types of grapes and you design different types of bottles. kind of makes sense. This tracks that they would do that first, and then why not a golf game?
It's got the tile, it's got the menu, the UI. Like it looks. It's such a spiritual successor to the way it used to be.
Yeah,
Like
no,
it's
it looks nice,
so
man.
close that I think anybody that ever has any of that is just going to fall in love with it.
Coming to Game Pass.
So it is rated for console, and when I tell you that I've been constantly like, you guys better put this on Switch with mouse controls because I might lose my life.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's so funny how
hilarious. Hang
this
on,
mouse
let me
thing
show you
with
this.
Switch is nuts.
Let me pull this back up again.
The
Now
innovation-
now you're going to laugh.
On Switch is a mouse. That's
All right.
crazy to me.
So I was going to pull this up and show you because this is just like good social media content. So what they did is they created this video. So I lower the volume. I don't even know if I set volume to come across. So they said this little social media content. They go, let's create Augusta National. Let's create Amen Corner in Under Par Golf Architect, right? So they're building out actual Augusta National. So you've got this is famous holes in golf. I'm not sure if you
Sure.
ever watched the
Yep.
Master. Okay.
Yep.
So like they're showing you
I know
everything
more
and how
from
to
golf
do this.
games, I
Okay,
think,
I'm
but
just making
yeah.
sure I haven't lost you.
Yep.
So they showed this. I guess this was back in May, and as I was just a minute ago telling you about Switch, I like scroll. There I am. Like
It's so true. You know,
like oh my god, you guys better do this.
and well, this is the funny thing. We talk so much about Xbox and bringing console and Windows and PC together, and it's like Switch just gave you mouse controls built into the damn controller.
Yeah,
It's like that. It's as simple as that. You got
better than
you're just trying to,
trackpads.
what's that?
It's better than trackpads.
100%.
Better than putting giant ass trackpads with.
Well, and this is the thing. Like they did what kind of work, this back end kind of craziness to support keyboard and mouse, and it's like Nintendo's like, you can do it this way too. Just simple, just simple.
Facts.
And again,
Elegant.
this is 100%, which I am not. I would do it exactly as Xbox is doing it, which nobody understands. Nobody
Yeah.
gets me. I overcomplicate. It makes sense in my brain,
Yeah.
but like that doesn't matter because
You're a PC guy.
100%.
100%.
Nintendo's like, here, it's simple, very
Literally
nice.
everybody can do it. Flip the damn controller sideways.
Yep. And that's why it's similar to Apple. I'm very curious what Apple. Have you been seeing any of these rumors?
Mm-hmm.
This what they apparently have something coming up like imminently.
Yep.
And I mean, like we've heard this before from Apple
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to enter the gaming place in a serious way. Who knows what that actually means? I feel like Nintendo, Apple is defining being in gaming differently as well. And I'm kind of here for that. I don't know exactly because it could be a new avenue, a new like style of games. I don't know.
I
I'm
want it
here
to be
for it.
something. I just don't know if it will be.
Oh yeah, no, it probably. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think that they've really
Like
landed
I'm
on
withholding
anything significant
excitement because of that, because we have heard it before.
yet. Yes.
We talked about that on PSVG this week. Everything that they need, like everything that Xbox wants to be, Apple is like it is right there. It's just
Yeah.
there for
Yeah.
the taking at a moment. They've just never seemingly been interested in doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. So yeah, the rumor is Bloomberg came out and said that at some point around the Switch 2 launch, which is interesting that they weave that in there, Apple will make a gaming announcement. They're doing something or have a new app on iOS that like centers your gaming experience.
Yeah.
So the question is this Game Center? Is Game Center coming back and nobody cares and just keep it moving?
Yeah.
Or is this more than that? Because what it should be is what the backbone and the Razer Kishi is. It should be an app that you press and then it turns your phone, your Apple TV, your iPad, any of those things into a console.
Yeah.
And it just becomes a console-like experience. And that should be what they're doing. And you can launch your Xbox games, you can launch your GeForce Now games, your Apple games, your iOS game. You should be able to do everything from within that container. And it should be very console-like. And if they did that, they're on to something. If you could add emulation to that, if you could include your Delta app, because do you have any of these devices? Do you have a Backbone or a Razer?
No.
Have you seen any of those?
No. I've seen them, yeah, but I've never had any of them.
So if you have a Backbone and you plug into your phone, they have their own button. You launch it. It literally launches to a game console. Looks just like Xbox. Tiles that roll across the left, right, up, down. You
Yeah.
got a library you can install. You can take screenshots. You can chat to your friends. It's a console.
Yeah.
And Apple has just seemingly never wanted to go there. And I would love to hear that they're doing that. I'm not a huge Apple fan, but I think it'd be good for. It's just good to have options. But like that future of that console to phone to mobile to portable. Could you imagine if Apple made a controller? Could you imagine if they had a Portal like device? Like,
Yeah,
they'd be
go
set.
one more step. Go one more step. You're missing one piece that actually is needed. And if Steve Jobs was able to clone himself and think about games and develop games, if Apple developed games
Oh yeah.
in the way that they develop like other software and
Sure.
OS, like with the user in mind, like Apple thinks about the user in mind, like Nintendo thinks about the player.
Yep.
And like that's the thing that's been missing from Apple this entire time. They can wrap a great ecosystem, they can wrap all the great technology, it's all seamless, blah 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 blah. But like they didn't do the games. And I think that would be fascinating if you just sort of like transplant that brain into like game development.
Sure.
I don't know. Like I don't know if that
made
makes
the
again. I don't know
content.
if that makes yeah, and just like make the
issue
game.
is, yeah, no, I'm fully behind that. I don't know if they want to do that or not. It seems
I
like
doubt it.
They just bought a developer, but it's a really, really small developer. And people asked them about that, and they're like, "This is not a trend. We're not trying to get into game development." Like they were pretty quick to put that to bed.
Right.
But the ecosystem part is right there. They have a Game Pass equivalent. They have
Right.
Netflix games. They have GeForce Now. They have Xbox Cloud streaming. They have all these things.
Well, they have Apple One. They have
just-
Apple Arcade.
They just threw Fortnite like back on iOS.
I know, that's
Epic, they put that to
crazy.
the- so like it's all there.
Yeah.
They just need a way to package it together in a way that communicates gaming to a gamer.
Yep.
And then they need a
It's
controller.
an Xbox app. That's the answer.
Yeah.
It's Xbox. This Xbox enters the stage.
And if they keep their Apple TV going, like the ecosystem is there.
Yeah.
And Apple people love to stay in the Apple. They all have Apple everything devices.
Yep.
So like it is right there for the taking if they can just get it together. But I'm hesitant to believe that that's what they're going to do. I think they're just going to show us they're going to click the app and it's like, here's your game at Apple Arcade. And it's going to have like some ads and like, like I can
100%.
easily see it going the other way. And I'm like, well, that was a bunch of nothing.
Yeah. I agree.
But the biggest concern that I have, in addition to if they develop their own games, which 100%, if they could do their own spin and make a killer app that would drive, right, that
Yes.
would be great. But the other issue that they have is consumer behavior, because they do have games. They have Resident Evil. They have Death Stranding.
Right.
And we've seen nobody's buying them.
right.
Even at like $13.99, nobody's
Yeah.
buying them. We're talking the tens of thousands sold. That's a real problem, because if you're a developer and you're spending millions of dollars to make these things, you don't want, like that's not applicable. You're like, no, I'm not going to do that. Why would I support that?
100%.
So they got to fix that too.
That's why they have to lead. That's why they got to make their own. And anything
Yeah.
else, it's like it's
But it's
pretty
got to be
futile.
premium, and that's where the Apple,
Right.
That's where the stores that like Nintendo.
It's tough. I don't envy any of these companies, by the way.
Nintendo and PlayStation have cultivated millions of people to think, oh yeah, it's totally fine for me to give you $80 to play this.
Yeah.
Apple and Netflix and Google, they have literally the exact opposite
opposite.
problem. People are like, I'm not going to give you $2 to play this.
100%. Yeah.
That's a real challenge. I don't know
Yeah.
how you get around that. That's real hard.
Well,
Like
then maybe that's
arcade?
that's the ecosystem of games. It's just a whole bunch of, which I guess is what arcade kind of is.
Yeah, it's like
Bunch
that's
of-
what they want arcade to do, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you followed any of that story. Like even Apple Arcade has not been stellar of late.
Yeah.
And it's like, why pay for Apple Arcade when my Netflix subscription already has games?
True.
And it's got
And-
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to kind of like pull this up. Every now and then I get a whiff of like Apple Arcade is worth checking out, and I don't know. Like
Yeah, no,
I have
do
enough
too.
ecosystems.
I haven't had that whiff in like 2 years though.
and that might have been it. And as we talked about at the very
It's been
start,
quiet
what is
for
time?
a while.
Even
It's been quiet on Apple Arcade for a while. There was a report that came out, I want to say last year, it's probably maybe 2 years ago, if this guessing what time it happened. There was a report that from several devs, I think Bloomberg also had the report that like Apple Arcade wasn't paying out what they used to during COVID and stuff, and they'd cut that back and they'd stopped going after
Oh, so
premium
now
games.
people don't wanna make- yeah.
A lot of the Apple Arcade games were like mobile games and party, things like that. So there's been some of that development over there as well.
let me. I've got a scrolling sort of screen here. I'll read off a couple of games that are just sort of like has actually I should have done it right at the start because it was better at the beginning. Balatro is here. We got Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Vampire Survivors Plus is here, which is pretty decent. What else we got here? I'm waiting. Maybe Slay the Spire Plus. Like these are at least recognizable. Disney Dreamlight Valley, not for you
Sure.
and I, but
Yeah.
pretty massive.
I want that Hello Kitty
that's-
game.
Yeah. Some people were. I mean, it's a Animal Crossing like, right?
Yeah, I've been trying to get an affordable copy of that on Switch. It's been hard to nail down.
Yeah. I mean that was the. It's funny because I just scroll through this. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe it's not so much to. Like I have an Apple. I have an
And
iPhone.
I think all of those games, they've been there for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I played Hello Kitty on that when it launched in Apple Arcade. That felt like 2 years ago. Like it
yeah, and
feels a
I
long
think
time ago.
Balatro is probably. I mean, not that it was forever ago, but Balatro was well known there as well. But it was also
Jay
other
says,
places.
I also never paid for Apple Arcade. I think there's like a standing. You can go to Best Buy and get a free Apple Arcade subscription like at any moment.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, so like I've never paid for Apple Arcade.
Yeah, interesting. Well, I'm just excited to see what everybody's got for us. And I think that's the ultimate theme for today's conversation. I'm excited to see the Switch 2 and everything it's going to bring along with it. I'm still excited to see what Xbox is going to have for us. I'm just waiting for somebody to like wow me a little
Sure.
bit. We've been in maintenance mode for a little too long. Like, let's be honest. Let's really reflect on that as collective gamers.
No,
you know?
I think that's fair. Yeah, I think you're spot on. It hasn't had that very enthusiastic, exciting feeling in several years.
Totally. Which is why I want to play Division 2 for some
this
reason.
whole generation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've been very excited except before leading into the generation launch. And then
Yeah.
I was almost met with immediate disappointment after it launched.
Yeah.
So
Well, thank God we do this.
we got the Switch 2.
Yeah.
See,
Garrett
that's the
Bland in
difference,
chat
a
says,
whole
"Let's
different
play
thing."
Division 2." Dude, I think we should do this. I think
I'm not
I think I might be back on it.
But you guys, knock yourselves out.
I just upgraded my PC. Let me play a game that's 6 years old.
Will
Yes,
they port Division 2 to Switch 2?
that'd be great. It's like, and the Division 2 is kind of nostalgic in and of itself, in that it's like one of the last when Ubisoft was great. Like there was a time, people will not remember this. They'll even deny it, but it's like, dude, they were banger after banger after banger.
They were
Assassin's
cooking.
Creed were great, and
Far
Division
Cry
was-
5?
yes, like Far Cry, yeah, all of it. It was really good
They were
for a little
cooking.
while there.
I still think they do. Like, Prince of Persia was great.
I agree.
Prince of Persia was excellent.
Well, they had both. They were critically and commercially like adored. Now maybe they sell a lot, but critically people whatever.
Yeah,
Who
it's
cares?
just bad taste in the water at this point.
Yeah, which sucks because Division 2 is a real good game. I like that quite a lot.
I'm
I wish they made
jazzed
more.
to see, like, I don't think it's going to happen because I think everybody's going to focus on their new stuff. But, like, in my head, I want every developer to bring, like, the last decade to Switch 2 immediately. It's
Totally.
like, I'll rebuy everything. Just put it
Yep.
on Switch 2 and I'll buy it again.
Starting with Cyberpunk
All of
2077,
it.
man.
Like, just,
I think it's
need all-
happening.
I need all of the things that you've missed out on for the last 80 years. I need all of it here immediately.
That's so funny. That'd be a great place for Nintendo to be. Just cherry pick
Yeah.
the best stuff. Yeah.
I need Mafia. I need all of it. I need all my stuff to come back. Far Cry, put it on Switch.
You've now mentioned Mafia twice, at least today. I have Mafia 2 on the 360. Like, do I need to play this game? I've never played a
The
Mafia game.
remasters.
Oh, that's maybe the best place to start.
Oh, Sean, the Mafia 1 and 2 remasters are some of my favorite remasters ever.
Oh, son of a bitch.
They fucking killed it. Like, those games are good. I think Mafia 2 specifically, like
What did you play it on?
Xbox.
Mafia Divid. This is
Here's
on
my
Steam.
lasting memory of Mafia 2 Remastered. It came out right before the next gen started. And I was playing it, and I'll never forget, I took a screenshot of me standing on a sidewalk under a bridge. It had just rained. It was sundown. So it was like this pink orangey glow off of all these puddles and wet streets and stuff as cars are driving by. And I was like, who the fuck needs ray tracing? This shit looks incredible. Like, it
Yeah.
looks as good as I've ever seen it look. Apparently Jace doesn't agree with me. As I see in the chat, which is not
Yeah, what is this
anything new.
Mafia thing?
I absolutely,
I love it. You guys
I
need to
l-
podcast together.
I
for God's
love,
sakes.
I mean, I have nostalgia for the Mafia games, but those remasters specifically, I thought were really good remasters. And they're so cheap now. You can buy like all 3 of them for like $15 this day. You know, so like
Yeah, look at
absolutely.
this.
If you've not played them, I mean, if you want to, if you're in the mood, I don't know, maybe you don't like Mafia. It's, you know, it's not GTA. It's like a linear version of a GTA. Like it's like
Yeah, but that's like saying
Levels
Sleeping
and
Dogs
missions
isn't
and stuff.
GTA.
yeah. I mean, I generally think any sort of crime driving open world sandbox game is like GTA, but yeah, there are
Yeah.
nuances.
I would say
It's
I
not
remember
as silly, make your own fun as GTA. I guess maybe I should say it's a bit
that's
more.
fine.
It's a bit more. Oh, one of the things I like about it is that you can beat it. Like you can play it. It's a
Yeah.
quick play. You know,
Yeah.
you're not going to be there for so long.
Yeah, I could be into that. I never got to play The Godfather on the original Xbox, which
Oh, it's another one
know.
I really love.
I know.
I played it
this
on
is-
Wii though.
Did you
When you could
really?
actually choke people with the Wiimotes and like
Oh, I hate that. That
kill
is-
people. I loved it.
Golly.
Oh, it
that
was so
violent.
good.
That's violent. Choking
And
is very violent. I don't
And
think people.
Scarface. I mean, you remember
Yeah.
like the mafia thing? I forget what's called, like a garrote, like the
Like the
string, that you,
steel
like-
wire?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that to people with motion
Yeah,
control.
I've seen The Godfather.
Could you imagine if like today they did motion controls, or like you could kill people with your bare hands, like how the internet would react?
Oh, do it.
But yeah,
on,
that was
Nintendo.
all the rage back in 2009.
Mafia, huh?
I really
Like there is a
Mafia.
nostalgia. Like I have a big nostalgia for this era of game for sure. Like
Yeah.
beatable open world. Like it doesn't have to be 6,000
it.
hours.
I miss it.
Yeah.
We used to get a bunch of them. We had Scarface, Sleeping Dogs, Godfather,
Yeah, Sleeping
Saints
Dogs is very
Row.
good. Yeah,
Saints Row 2,
I never played Saints Row
favorite.
too much.
Saints Row was
I like.
great.
I always like tried it out. It was like a Games with Gold thing at some point. I think Saints Row 4.
So I think that's kind of where it went downhill for me.
Yeah.
It's like the first 3 were really fun, and
Yeah.
then like 4 kind of spelled the beginning of the end.
I have at least one Crackdown game on my list of games I'd like to just
Crackdown is fucking awesome.
just give a shot, just to play around in there and just have. That might be what I need right now.
Put
But
that
also
on
that's where the
Switch.
division is.
Put
which
it
is
on
the opposite of
Switch,
what-
Phil.
Put it on Switch. I'm very curious to see. Like, I had very particular buying habits with the Switch 2 that only got more and more selective as time went on. Which, and by that I mean, like, I could just get the exclusives on Switch. Like, I don't do like a lot of people play Switch for portability. Like, I almost never play the thing
Just a
with
first-party
portability
machine.
in mind. 100%.
Okay.
It's very rare where I'm like, yeah, I'd buy this game that I could play somewhere else, but I want the portability of it. Like, that's not a thing that I say. You know?
Gotcha.
But this thing is pretty capable. So who knows? But that's where I was at the start of the Switch 1. I have games like Celeste on Switch and Dead Cells and things like this that exist elsewhere. I have it on Switch because it runs fine there, but it's like
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly why I have it there.
Switch is not the system to be concerned about how it's running, for sure.
Right, but it like so if I'm not concerned with how it's running and I'm not looking for portability as a factor, then that really just leaves me with first party stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm curious to see if that's going to continue to be the case with the Switch 2. I don't know. I could just be very excited and want to load up with a bunch of games. But I guess even as I'm talking this through, it's going to have all these games that I have right now. They're going to carry over anyways, all these Switch 1 games
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm starting up a brand new console. Like,
How did you like the virtual card thing? I don't
I
think we ever got to
don't-
loop back.
yeah, so I've been lending my kids games a lot. And
You do
it's
it through
been
the browser.
we just use the console. We
Okay.
haven't done it through the browser, and it's got that cute little animation,
Yeah.
which reminds me of setting up a 3DS, which is great. Yeah, Lincoln's been playing a ton of Mario Maker 2, and he's only been able to do that.
Love
because
it,
Yes, yeah, like he's all over it, and it's great.
dude. I hope Mario Maker comes, like a Mario Maker 3 with a mouse.
Yes, please. It's
Oh my god.
you know what? I will go far as to say if they don't do that, then the Switch 2 gets
It's a
knocked
huge
down a
mess.
letter grade.
It's a
yeah.
huge mess.
Yeah, they've
Like
got
the
to do
moment
that.
I saw a mouse, I was like Mario Maker.
Mario
like I
Maker.
immediately just screamed Mario Maker. Like it
Yep.
has to happen.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
And what if they could take Mario Maker to like the one more step? They did pretty good with that. Like you can make worlds. Remember when they you could string together a bunch of different
You could
levels and
package
make it
together
more
levels.
of like a And there was one dude out there, Metroid something. What the heck was that guy's name? he put together, I think it was called Super Mario 4 or Mario 5 or something like that, and it's excellent on Mario Maker. And I want more of that out of Mario Maker.
Sure.
More of like user created games. Of course, Jace points out Mario Paint first. That's
I think you'd make it. I think you'd make Mario part of Mario Maker.
I could see it happening for sure. Yeah. Which is funny because
that's kind of Mario Maker's legacy, especially with
it's
the
all
music
in there.
levels and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah, yeah. You just
yeah, there's
make
like
that
the
a
little
part of it.
dog thing. There's
Yeah.
there's all these little homages to it for sure. Yeah, I'd like to see like what else could they do? Now, technically they could just do the same thing they've done with mouse controls, and that would be an evolution that probably a lot of people would be happy with.
It'd be a
But
lot
I would
better
like to
than-
see them take it up yet another notch.
Mario Maker 2's like they did a really good job of trying to do that without the touchscreen, but it was a lot. There's so many
Yes.
extra radio wheels and options and alternatives and flops and flip flops of assets. It's hard to keep up with. It's not. The Wii U was perfect. Like I've always said, if the Wii U had launched with Mario Maker, totally different
man.
story.
Can
Like
you
a
imagine?
whole different world.
Yep.
Because it definitely
That was it.
was
It's a
it.
killer app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just came 4 years too late. Like it was so late.
It's so crazy.
But man, if they totally different
timing is
story.
everything. 4 years late. But yeah, come on, Reggie. What are you doing?
Chase Duck Hunt 3000. I'm getting Madden day one for Switch, and
Wow.
I need them like
Yeah, you're sending a message.
100%. Keep
Yeah.
doing it. And I'll keep buying it. Bring me
Yep.
EA, bring me NBA 2K. Like there's a big part of me that's very excited because the Switch is a console that I veg on the couch with. I take to
Yeah.
work with. Like it's the one that I play. I've played hundreds of hours. I think of Retro Bowl, like time wasters.
Yeah.
Time wasting games. I'm not trying to beat the game. I'm just wanting to play something. And Madden and college football and hockey and those sports games fit exactly that. They slide right into there. And it's like
Ooh.
if you just put them on the Switch 2, I will buy them and play them there. And I think college football could do something crazy if they announce support for Switch 2. Maybe it won't be this one, maybe on the next one.
Yeah.
Because college football on Switch 2 has the potential to this is hyperbolic, I know. So I'm not saying to this stratosphere, but be like a Pokemon game in which that people will buy 2 copies. If they put EA College Football on Switch 2, you're going to see people that play EA College Football on PlayStation, Xbox buy a Switch so they can have it portably.
Yeah.
Because there is no portable option. It's not on PC. It's not on Steam. Like that's an actual system seller, and people will go nuts for that.
Yeah.
I want to see what the show is like on Switch 2. Like I want all these things. I'm going to buy all that stuff.
Well, you can also buy Call of Duty.
How do you think they're going to do that?
I think it'll be fine. I think it's going to be great.
So this week on PSVG, we talked a little bit about that, and in my head, like I don't know where everybody else is, or maybe where you are. I'm kind of expecting them to like maybe go backwards for Switch 2. But I think other people are like,
that'd be cool.
is the next Black Ops, the next Modern Warfare, like is it just a dual launch? I was thinking like I feel like the first Call of Duty game on Switch 2 is gonna be like Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered.
Oh, I was thinking Warzone would be the first.
So that's
not
what
the,
Delvin said. He said Warzone.
Yeah.
They just shut down Warzone Mobile. They just nixed it.
That's crazy to me.
And it's like the way they package all that together, like with the campaign, it's all a part of it and everything. Like that makes me feel like that's Switch-averse. Like I was trying to think of like what's something clean and easy they can get in. Like here's
I
Modern
like that. I
Warfare.
wasn't thinking that originally.
They
Yeah,
come
I do
back
like
with
that.
Modern Warfare Remastered. They sell them at maybe $40, $50
Oh,
each,
man.
game key card.
Yeah.
And you start getting some Call of Duties over there,
Yeah.
but not
Do it all there before Xbox.
Yeah, not the gigantic, 180 gigabyte installation that is current gen Call of Duty.
I mean, we all only have the agreement that was made to go on. And, at what point does it actually get activated where
And
they
does that
develop a
even-
game?
Does
Yeah,
that
like-
actually even mean anything?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what would their ability be right
There's
now?
no game
to-
police going to show up and be like, "You promised," like.
Yeah, and I don't even know if it was really that like it's yeah. I remember that whole thing being very strange because it was also a tactic against PlayStation
Dude,
as well.
we did a whole day of that maybe like a month ago where
Yeah.
like somebody brought it up and I was like I just got lost. I was like, "Oh my, I felt like such an idiot." I was like, "God, what fucking fools we were chasing this shit for years and none of it mattered at all and it
That's
didn't amount to anything."
the best thing the Xbox Drive ever did. We're like, no, we're not
Yeah.
talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're
Felt-
absolutely not.
Literally felt foolish. They were going to buy Sega, and it was who's this
yeah,
and
I
who's
know.
that, and
I know.
and I knew who about councils in Britain, and I was like, what a waste of energy!
I
What a
mean,
complete waste of energy.
I wouldn't go that. My contention with it, which actually doesn't apply to you at all, is anytime anybody else I heard talk about it, they went, "Oh, we gotta talk about this Activision Blizzard thing," and they were just like they lamented talking about it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
seem to really dive into
It's
it
the
and
news.
you enjoyed it. Like I think that, which is great, and that's what made it good to listen to. That's why I liked listening to you talk about it. That's not how everybody approached it, whether you know
Hmm.
that or not. Like that's
Yeah, no, we did it because it was the news. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
like if you're going to talk about the news, like that was the lead story.
yeah, you just leaned into it.
It's for a year. Like that's what's going on right now in this massive video game world.
I
This
think
is
though
the
that-
lead story.
To me, those are the three different ways that people were able to talk about it. One way is how you did it, lean into it, get excited about it, learn about it, and cover it thoroughly. Then there's me and Ryan. We did the opposite. We're not going to talk about it at all. We're going to talk about anything but. And then the other one, what everybody else did was, here's
I
the
guess we
latest
gotta
on
do
this
this
Blizzard thing.
again.
Like we got, it's like you can choose what you.
Yeah,
That was
you
my
don't have to
whole
do
point. You can choose like. What kind of sheep are you? That was my whole.
It's just crazy after all that testimony and the leaks and everything.
Yep.
And then like 2 years later, it's like, no, all these games are on PlayStation. It's like, what? What was the point?
I know.
You know, like Jim Ryan, we
know.
have quotes from Jim Ryan. I don't want a deal. I want to stop your deal. It's like, for what?
Yeah.
Like you got everything now. Like,
Yeah. Well, the thing is, and who knows if this is what anybody was really worried about, is Microsoft is sitting here making a ton of money. I don't know if PlayStation was worried about that. I don't know if they're worried about Microsoft making a bunch
they
of money.
made them, Sean, they made them sell the rights to streaming Call
Cloud,
of Duty to Ubisoft.
Crazy.
Because it was like we couldn't compete with this. It was going to take over. It was unfair. It's like what nonsense is
I know.
happening?
I know. Well, again, like it depends on what you're measuring as
We
far
need a
as like,
documentary. I need a
know.
Netflix documentary series on the Activision.
there
like,
is a
thing.
documentary we all need to be watching. Who just sent this to me? It's the Titanic little submarine thing that imploded.
Is it out?
I just saw
No
somebody
way
send
it's
this
out
to me.
because I've been waiting for it like all year. There's no way it's
How
out.
was that? I don't know. It's maybe coming. Golly, this is. I'm having.
Because I
like
definitely
a-
want to watch that. I definitely want to watch that.
Who sent this to me? Somebody needs to like own up. Yes, I
Mm.
think I could look this up. But anyways, yeah, I kind of want to do that. Also, there's an Eminem documentary. I think. I might just be making a whole bunch of stuff up. I'm just having fever dreams over
How to
here.
watch Implosion, the Titan sub disaster documentary
That,
premiere
yes.
for free. Fucking
I-
ads.
I could have sworn it was Netflix.
It's on Philo. Philo?
What?
is that? The documentary will be available to watch on demand starting May 29th on Max.
Max, that was
It's
it.
now.
Yes.
That's us.
Yeah,
It's
that's
today.
yes. Okay.
Why are we
good.
doing this? We can watch this
You
instead.
could watch, yeah, dude. That is.
So this is what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm watching this documentary. I've been
Oh, I think it was in our Discord. That's
I've
where it
been
was.
following this documentary for like 18 months.
Yeah,
Did you see the clip of the lady hearing the sub explode, but she didn't know what it was?
I've heard a couple of things like way back when.
There's a
I need-
viral clip. It's probably a part of this documentary.
Yeah,
And, so here's the thing. Netflix has a documentary too, so there must be multiple. There might be Woodstock where there's dueling documentaries. going on.
amazing. Yeah, good call.
So there's a clip going around, probably for this documentary, considering that it's releasing now. I would imagine, maybe not.
No, it was Max. Now that you mentioned it, that was the one I was
And
thinking.
they're listening to the audio of these speakers that we all heard about at the time, and she's kind of talking, and there's like another guy behind her and another guy to the side, and like while she's talking, you hear this. It's very quick. You hear this thump. And the moment it happens, the guy behind her, who apparently is more knowledgeable of what's going on, he immediately goes like this. He goes and looks at the other guy with like this sense of dread. Like it was like that, like immediate reaction. He knew. And she looked at him and she goes, "What? What was it?" And he doesn't respond. and the other guy
Yeah.
walks out, and I guess that's like the viral clip. Like you got to watch it because it's like, oh man, and it
Yeah.
almost makes you wonder. Like then, I asked my wife. I was like, then why do the search? Why put all the thousands, spend however much money and all that? But apparently, my wife said they knew from the get go. Like they knew from the
I
get.
remember hearing that. Yeah.
So yeah, and I don't think that came out at the time, but I think it came out afterwards that they knew the whole time.
Well, scientists are always ahead of the game.
Yeah,
And but all the
I
speculation,
guess
the drama
knowing
was
and proving are two different things.
well. I think it's a matter of like what is believable. What strings out the drama was they're running out of oxygen.
Yeah,
Like anybody who knows anything about
we had
apparently,
counters.
yeah, they're like
lower
that's not
thirds and all
happening.
that.
Yeah, like but we don't know any of that. We think surely it's an oxygen they're running out of and they're just dying in
Dude,
there.
that was such
Instead
a
of it being
moment.
faster than what
That was
humans
such
can
a moment.
perceive.
And social
Yes.
media cooked those. TikTok absolutely cooked the shit out.
Well, then they were long gone. That's the thing. They were
The
they were-
TikTok video content was incredibly entertaining. Dark, but
Mm-hmm.
incredibly entertaining. There's so many people doing like flood videos of the water's coming up,
Oh
or they're
my
making fun of the
gosh.
Logitech controller that they were
the
using. and
Logitech
stuff.
controller.
Oh,
is
it was so
wild.
good.
That is
It was so good.
crazy. Look, I don't know. Maybe it goes without
I'm so
saying.
glad
maybe
you
not.
told me this is out because this is absolutely what I'm doing tomorrow.
It's absolutely hurt. The worst part. It's not good for anybody to lose their life, obviously. But the kid didn't want to go.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
It is that is such. It's just cruel. It doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve that. He should be on land. Like his
Yeah.
stupid dad. Like, oh, that sucks, man. To like, and I don't know. There's so many different ways to slice it. It's crazy that it even happened, and that like they didn't expect it. Like what were you fighting?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the
but I can't
laws
wait
of
to hear-
physics.
I can't wait to hear all about the guy who's like, yeah, I know this isn't like approved, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like his whole, like his own science, like he did his
Yes.
own research. It's like, I got it. Carbon fiber is the way to go. It's like, oh my goodness.
The fact that it even went as far as it did.
Who's
is
the
kind of
director?
Amazing.
Like the super famous director that gets into this
James
stuff too?
Cameron.
James Cameron. So like you obviously, there's going to be that chair shot where he walks up and sits down. He's going to
Yep.
give his 10 cents on the matter. It's going to be funny.
Yep. Oh, is he in the
I have
documentary?
no idea. I just assume that, like he was all about it. So.
He made it.
Probably the Netflix version. Like I'm
Like,
definitely sure. Like he's
He
gonna
makes
show
the
up.
documentary.
Like he's gonna show up and be like, "I told him not to do this shit." Like it's going to happen.
oh man,
James
It's-
Cameron doesn't love anything more than telling you James Cameron was right.
Can you believe he's Canadian? I can't.
That
believe
makes
it.
sense. That totally.
No,
makes sense.
come on.
Have you ever Googled like famous Canadians?
Oh, they're all like that. You think?
I have recently, and like, yeah, he fits a type. There's definitely a type.
Aw,
Not all of them.
Like Mike
not all of
Myers?
them, but some definitely.
Jim Carrey.
Yes. Now you're like exactly. Yeah, you're on the right path.
He's just hurt. That's all.
You know what really blows my mind? Because I just did this. Because we were making fun of Haley last night. So we just did this. And I Googled and I sent a screenshot to Delvin. And when you Google famous like Canadians, The Rock appears.
That's bizarre.
Because his
he
dad
played
is
in the
Canadian.
CFL. His dad is Canadian.
Apparently. I think Nova Scotian.
What?
So it's hilarious because like The Rock at different times like claims to be Samoan, black, and apparently Canadian.
What?
So we have a good joke and a good laugh about
He's
that.
not
Like, this
Canadian. He was
damn
born in
dude-
where's Amherst? Oh, Canadian professional wrestler Rocky Johnson. Born in Amherst. Where the hell is Amherst? Nova Scotia. What the hell?
I tried to tell you.
I've never even heard of this place.
So yeah, I don't know why that makes The Rock Canadian, but apparently like somehow that does.
Wow. Well, it's like wasn't you don't know a damn thing about Brett Hull or hockey players.
No.
Wasn't his parents like Canadian as well? Yeah, Brett Hull or Hull.
I don't even know who that is.
Sorry. Yeah, he's a. Who cares? You don't know anything about hockey. You don't care about hockey. Why are you even doing this? It's just a
I
similar
wish I did.
situation.
It seems really cool to be into, but I'm not. Bring back
Yes.
the power puck, and maybe I will.
Jan32 points out, go Oilers in the chat. They've just secured their trip to the final round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. They're playing the Florida Panthers.
The semifinals or the finals?
The finals. This is it.
So they're in. They're in the Stanley
This is
Cup.
the championship round.
Congratulations, Sean.
Oh man, the same teams as last year.
My team just got fucking bounced. They just sent the Cavs home quick.
We just sent Dallas home.
Nice.
And by doing so, this is video game related, Donnie. I don't remember if we've talked about this. We've assigned people to these teams. This is our own tournament bracket. This
Like
is
games?
Seth. Yeah. Like Seth was the Dallas Stars, and Seth was going to assign me a game to play and
Oh,
review.
so we're doing the Royal Rumble thing. That's awesome.
Yes.
This
he
is
was
very
going to-
square, like your brand. You should keep this going.
100%. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. So it's me as the Edmonton Oilers versus Rybo as the Florida Panthers. So whoever wins, if I win, by the way, it'll be a tournament bracket. So the game
So
will
you
continue.
just keeps going.
Yes. At least one more step.
Well, you've got a bunch of Switch 2s. Like, it should be a tournament bracket of nothing but Switch 2 games.
Look, maybe it's a tournament bracket of tournament brackets first. We'll figure out what kind of tournament bracket we're going to do via tournament bracket.
I love the idea of doing, like, Welcome Tour and, like, Rune Factory
Yeah.
and Daemon X Machina. Like, just
Yeah.
all the Switch 2 games. You just put them all in there, and you give it a twirl, and you see what comes out the other end. Not the obvious ones. Not Mario Kart. You can get those anyway. The other ones, like Fast Fusion, those. Do
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
Donnie, I'm really happy that I've been chatting with you tonight. I actually kind of also can't believe I didn't watch this game tonight.
I was like, you set the time.
I know,
Like,
this
that's-
is
it's
like-
not me. I'm not involved in this at all, everybody.
No, part of me, I mean, this maybe is the reason why they won, because I wasn't even like allowing myself to believe that they would close
I
it
have
out
learned
tonight.
in recent years. There was a time, something my wife and I have talked about a lot. There was a time in my life where I let my sports fandom like literally dictate my entire
Yeah, it's a lot.
personality.
Yeah.
You know, I get so overly committed, and as the years have gone on, I have gotten so far away from that. Like, I like watching sports. I do not like watching my own teams. Like,
yeah.
I live too on the edge. It gets to me, like the anxiety builds. Like,
yeah.
I don't. So it's
And
like
it's kind
I-
of dumb.
I'll watch the
really.
highlights and everything afterwards. Like, I root.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you win, but I'm not really into it. And it blows my father-in-law's mind, because there was a time 20 years ago where it was like, it's what you would have known me as. It was like the
Yeah.
whole thing. And it's like, now I'm like, I can't even. And my son just went through that with basketball, and I was like, hey, perhaps we're a little too close. Maybe it's time to just add a little space between you and the team.
Did that land?
I think so, a little bit.
He's like,
Not
yeah,
fully,
you might
but
be
a little
right.
bit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like he started to argue, and I was like, listen, you're not having fun right now. I've
Yeah.
been there, you know, like, let's make it fun again, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough, like the timing of that, the way, like it's good advice, but like sometimes like, no, this is
hard
exactly
to
what I
hear.
want to be doing. Like,
Yeah. You're a
yeah.
crappy fan. You know, yeah, that can definitely be weaponized the other way.
I don't know if they do this in basketball. At the end, like when one team eliminates the other team at the last game of the round, in hockey, they shake hands. The teams, and it's what's happening right now off to the side of my screen. And it's always very, like, you see these guys battle day in and day out, best of 7 series. Like, they hate each other. And then, like, it's man emotion. Some of these guys are really happy. And then there's other guys, like, their entire dream just died.
Sure.
In an instant. Like, there's just like, oh, all they wanted since they're a little kid,
All
they
that-
want to go play for the
I think
Stanley
about
Cup.
all
and
that
it's
work,
over.
all that
Yeah.
effort, all the, yeah, that's tough.
Yep. Yeah. And they believed and all these things. They worked hard and they came up short. And then they express each other's respect for each other. There's so much more to sports than I
with
think
my
people
son,
realize.
that's actually where I leaned into it. I didn't go like, hey, you don't need to watch. I leaned into it. I was like, hey, it's okay to lose. Like, everybody says that, but it's like, there's only one team that'll ultimately win.
Right.
Everybody's going to lose.
Yeah.
I was like, so like, was it, because he was getting to the point where it's like, let's get rid of these players. Like, whoa. We're not just going to blow everything up because we were the 4th best team.
Right.
There's a lot worse than being the 4th best team. You know, like,
Yep. Sounds like a true guy from Cleveland.
well, hey, I'm just
You
saying,
know,
we've
you take
won
what
it.
you can get.
Hey, I think the fact that Cleveland won
Yeah.
was able to like really put that, because like we strived. There was so much
This
heartbreak.
is Edmonton.
So much heartbreak for me as a kid.
Yeah.
So close to fail. So
Yep.
much misery that when we finally got it, it's almost like I could let it rest. It was like, no more.
This is it.
Like,
this
I
is
want
it for
to
me too.
I want to enjoy, like, my only wish for the Browns isn't a Super Bowl. All these
Yeah.
Browns fans are like, we gotta win. No.
Yeah, just be
I want you to be
competitive.
good enough that I think you can win.
Yep.
I just want to be able to turn on the game and be like, they might win today, and not just forever think
And
they're
for it not
always
to be
going
a
to
joke.
lose. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to convey that to
You
my
got that
son.
perspective.
It's like, hey, like not everybody's gonna win. You're not
Yeah.
alone, so you don't need to blow up everything. You don't have to go off the deep end, right? Like try again next year.
Yeah, Toronto.
Come
Toronto
back,
Maple
come back,
Leafs.
get stronger, Dallas. Build off,
Dude,
of this.
I mean, Dallas has been right there. They got eliminated by Edmonton in the same point in the playoffs last year. Same teams. It's crazy. This is a redemption. There's so much drama in
Yeah.
this that it's easy to get wrapped up in. Connor McDavid,
That's why sports are great.
considered by so many the best hockey player on the planet, he wept after losing in Game 7 last year. He was that close.
I feel
And you
like
have to think, if you're him, it's like maybe we never get back here. He got back there. Man.
Jace agrees with me for once. He says, this is
Yeah.
what I tell my brother all the time. I just want him to win once in my life. I think once they won, I could let it go.
100%.
Like
yeah.
we did it. We won one. Like we
Yep.
had our little moment. It was great. Now I don't have to be so invested anymore. I can let it lie.
Donnie, when you win at this stage, there's the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. The Oilers have won the Western Conference. You get a trophy for being the Western Conference
Sure.
champions. And there's a huge superstition on whether or not you touch the trophy for winning at this stage, because the job's not done, as Kobe would say.
100%.
So there's a big superstition that you don't touch this trophy. The Oilers are all over it right now. They are touching it. They are leaving all their DNA all over this thing.
I love it.
They are embracing. So it's like you embrace this moment. You enjoy that you've gotten this far to your exact point.
Do you tempt fate?
Yeah, it's a, again, dramatic moment if you're into the sport, and it's like, oh, is he going to touch it? And he fucking grabbed that thing.
So give me that damn
He's
trophy.
like, give it to me.
To
He
hell with your
almost dropped it.
superstitions. We're winning because we're better, not because we're lucky.
Exactly.
100%. Gotta
Golly,
believe.
that's great. Oh man, sports. I want to play sports games. I want to play. Have you heard of this rematch game? The developers of Sifu have made a 3-on-3 soccer game,
No.
and I feel like it's coming to Game Pass. If not, it's free to play.
I feel like I just wishlisted a.
Oh, I just lost your audio. What has happened? Is it me? Nope, he's making faces. Chat, do you hear me or Donnie? And I probably could fix this in the audio version, but I'm not sure that I will. We'll see. I'm going to make a note, and maybe I'll come back to this. Where's my notepad? 2 minutes. Oh, 2 minutes, 38 seconds. Or, sorry, 2 hours. Jesus, we've been doing this for 2 hours? I can't hear you at all. Who lost who? It's just Sean. Donnie, no audio. Okay, well, that's all good. I'm sure it's weird because I saw Donnie's camera glitch for a second, and then we lost him. But my goodness gracious, the entire city of Edmonton going absolutely bonkers right now.
City of Edmonton going absolutely
bonkers.
bonkers right now.
I can hear
Oh,
myself.
I can hear
That,
myself.
I hate that.
That I hate that.
Sorry.
That's okay. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, I tried to open Steam and everything stopped.
PC gaming, dude.
I'm going through it today. I'll tell you. I'm gonna try to open Steam again. Let's see if it crashes again.
It just seemed like something clicked. Something kind of just glitched out there. I'll tweak that in the recorded version of it.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd say
Hopefully.
I wouldn't. It's fine. It wasn't that long. It wasn't long enough to worry about. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, Jace loves audio.
Let's see here. The two-factor stuff is getting out of hand.
Seemed like a good idea.
I wanted
Make
to
sure it's
ask
all
you
secure.
something. One of the things I wanted to go in on. A feeling that I've been having for the last year or two, that I'm not sure like if I'm building a conspiracy in my own mind or if it's just not being talked about, is the internet feels drastically smaller today than it used to. Am I alone? Do you get that?
Partly, I think for me, it might because I'm not on Twitter. I think Blue Sky
I'm
feels
not on
smaller.
Twitter either. I'm not even talking about that. I'm literally talking about like the internet. Like
And there's no IGN.
When I go to look for like a news source, I feel like I'm seeing the same reporting articles. When I'm going to like, it's like I feel like I'm seeing the internet 15 years ago felt like it was infinite. Like there were like any topic that I wanted, there was 1,000 sites I could comb through. And,
Sure.
like I'm not feeling that anymore. Like
Yeah.
I'm almost wondering like if the sitemap somewhere is like being restricted, delete. I'm like, where is everyone? Like where are all the things? Like it just feels controlled. Or I don't know, it feels smaller. It doesn't feel like I remember so like maybe it's just the engines have gotten so good that like they've omitted all that. But I remember like trying to do research for like a book report or something and just combing through links and now like I can't even find links. Like I'll search something on Google. I don't even know. I'll just pick a topic, I'll search it. I'll see the links on page 1. I'll go to page 2 and it's like the same sites. Just like different sitemap. And I'll go to page 3. It's the same ones. Like, where is everybody?
On Bing. Go to Bing.
Maybe. But yeah, like it's just something I've had in my brain. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, my take on it, which isn't exactly what you're at, which is back in the day, I would be more exploratory. Like I would want to just go wander that, like you'd surf the web, and that's
yeah,
not what I want to do now at all. Like I am a little bit more purposeful, and maybe just I don't know if that's what we've wanted to do or that's what is now available. I'm not sure. But definitely the way I spend time on the internet now is way different than it was. But that's not a revelatory comment at all, I don't think.
I just posted a link in the chat to a hockey game called Tape to Tape.
Oh, I want more of this. Yes.
Have you heard of this? Is this good? Like, do I need
I've
to
never
buy
heard
this?
of it. What the hell is 2003? Or sorry, 2023.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
this
in
looks really
early
cool.
access.
Tape
it
to Tape is
has-
a roguelite hockey game.
It has
er-
good reviews,
It looks cool.
but
I don't
every
really
Steam
do
game
early
feels like it
access
has-
too much.
Neither do I. But I saw this. It came up when I was on my Steam Deck, and I was like, I need to ask Sean about this. Is this any good?
Huh. I
Being
really
the
like
hockey-
it
my
looks
go-to
weird. What the
hockey
hell is
expert
happening?
today.
It's a hockey game, and then all of a sudden it like zooms out and it has all these different like arenas. Like it looks like a real-time strategy game at some point. Like, are you upgrading different buildings? This is very strange. Yeah, at some point, like there's like you're playing like demons or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, a dude has a hot dog for a hockey stick blade. This is very weird. You're drinking electrolytes and it's clearly just a beer bottle. Yeah, this is obviously made by a bunch of hooligan Canadians.
Yeah, I think I found it like when I was playing the 64 hockey game you guys told me to play. It was like right around that same time. I was like, oh, this is kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like over the top kind of hockey game.
Yeah.
Doesn't do it for you?
I don't know if it's exactly like it's. I would like to try it. I'm wary about equating it to Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey just because of how nostalgic that game is.
That game is great.
I think it's awesome.
Ryan's off his rocker. That game was awesome.
I feel like he was misremembering.
I was so happy that like when I was like, oh, how did I never know this my whole life? Thank you for showing me this.
Yep. I'm glad you listened, especially when we talk about like retro older games. You know, Ryan is very persuasive. He knows what he's talking about in that realm.
Sure. Yeah.
But sports games maybe, shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding. I like it's like the last person on the planet you could possibly be aggressive towards, so it's like I think instantly funny. Yeah, Jay's in the chat says Wayne Gretzky is the best.
So
It was-
good. It's
a
so
great,
good. That's
great
the only
game.
hockey game we ever need.
Yeah.
Just put that on Switch and we'll
Yes.
just play that.
I agree. Yeah,
I-
I just
so
want
I-
these arcade games.
I know why so I kind of been getting into these sorts of sports games. I love because the file sizes for sports games are ridiculous.
Yeah.
NBA 2K is 150. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's a basketball game.
Yep.
So
calm
like
down.
I've been finding these things like Retro Bowl, College Bowl. There's another one that I really like on Steam called Full Court Heroes.
Yeah.
It's like a little basketball game that you play. And I think that's like a hockey game. That's why this stuff's popping up. I want more of this.
Yes.
I need
Yes.
indie devs to make sports games.
Totally. Couldn't like that is put it on the box. But that's
Yeah.
put that as your header on social media. Put it as your theme on your GeoCities website or your
Like, I need a blitz to come
MSN
back. It doesn't have
status.
to be blitz. I need a street to come back. I need indie devs to take these games that we used to love, a Wayne Gretzky's hockey, and like,
Yep.
let's bring it back.
100%.
And all you have to do is make a team editor. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
You don't have to make the teams, just the
Yep.
editor.
People will do it. People
We'll
take
do
care
it.
of the rest.
We'll
Yep.
do it. We'll take care of it.
Big time.
You don't even have to allow us to share rosters. If
Yep.
you just allow us to share roster files.
Yep.
Like, like we can replace our own DLLs and do it.
Yeah.
Another one that I really love is do you have Steam open?
Yeah, I do, Ray. Maybe.
One that I got into that I really fell hard on, especially on Steam Deck, is a football game called Sunday Rivals. And
Sunday
since
Rivals.
we're doing
Oh,
this
you
with
can
the
get
guy at the chat, I'll throw it in chat too if anybody else wants to follow along.
Oh, snap. It looks great.
Dude, this game is super fun. It's a really good football game. And here's the thing. If you venture out to a Reddit, to a Discord, you'll find yourself a community that has made everything for you. You can swap out a file.
Amazing.
And you can have, Sean, you can have 2025 NFL, 2025 college. You can have 2005 NFL.
Oh, that's amazing. I love
2005
that.
college. You can have 1980 NFL, 1980 college. You
wait,
can
what's
have
this?
whatever you want.
Hang on. So, number one, I want to point out one friend already owns this game, and that's Donnie. Eat the hype. Very nice. On that Steam page, it lists underneath it buy the 26K collection, which includes Mini Hockey Champ. Have you seen this?
No.
Mini
yeah,
Hockey Champ,
yes.
which looks like Wayne Gretzky 3 hockey.
This, you know what this reminds me of? This is Soccer Slammers but hockey,
Oh, totally. Yes.
which I kind of love. Like, I'm going to buy this. But I already
gonna
have the other one.
Add this to my
Okay,
wish
I'm going
list.
to add it to wish list. I'm going to see if I can
Yeah.
get it cheaper than that. Let me go open up my PC stores. Mini Hockey Champ. This probably isn't on the PC stores, but who knows? We'll try.
I wonder if we have this as an Xbox code.
Let's see here.
We were just talking about this.
Because this
Yeah,
is,
I
need
heard
this
it too,
sort of
Jace.
stuff on Switch. I need this stuff on Steam Deck. But I don't need to be trying to install fucking 200 gigabytes just to play hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on the PC store. So I'm going to have to wait for a sale on that one. I did see this. I remember when this I remember saw this in the Discord. People were talking about it. I'm telling you, that football game is good.
It has been wish listed.
Same. I'm going to buy it.
Nice.
The
I
moment
like
it
this.
goes on sale.
We're the first ones to do it. We're evangelizing indie sports games. Bring them back.
Some of them are so good though. Like what's the one that I've been going crazy on for Switch? New Star Grand Prix. Best F1 game you can get. It's awesome.
New Star Grand Prix.
You ever
I
heard of
want to try out the F1 games that you're.
I guarantee you.
Okay, wait. What was it called again? You literally.
I
just said it.
guarantee you have a code for it. It's called New Star GP.
New Star GP. You think I've got a code for this?
Yeah, I guarantee you have one.
I actually have access to this game because Rybo, I think, owns this game.
They gave me a code for it. So if they gave me a code for it, you definitely have a code for it. They gave me 5 codes. They gave me a Switch code, an Xbox code, and multiple PC codes to give away.
I mean, I think I can install this right now.
This is one of my favorite developers, New Star. These are the people that make Retro Bowl.
Ooh,
Same
I'm
developer.
installing this right now, Donnie.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I hope you do too.
Oh, there it is on Xbox.
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
claim that one on Xbox too.
I don't play the F1, the Codemasters F1 games. They're too hard. It's just too involved with the racing and everything.
Yeah,
You
they're
gotta be
sim.
Sim. You got to be really into it. This is arcade version of that. Here's the thing. All the teams are there. Not officially, but they're there. The colors and they're there. And you can customize your thing, but they have a story mode. And a progression. You can make your engine better. You
What?
can make your aerodynamics better. And so have you ever played Retro Bowl?
No.
Oh, shut
I've
I've been talking about Retro Bowl forever. Okay.
We have so much time
I need you to buy Retro Bowl on Switch.
on Switch.
It's not on PC. You can't play it on Steam. It's a mobile game. You can play it on mobile if you're into Apple Arcade and stuff, but just get it on Switch.
Let me see. Retro Bowl eShop. Retro Bowl for Nintendo Switch. This
How
would
much
make
is it?
Bobby very happy.
Oh,
What's the
I would have
Techno
loved to have
Bowl? Is
played
that what
this
he
one.
likes? Super Techno Bowl?
Correct.
Like, that's what this is?
so this is Tecmo Bowl, except you only play offense. Defense is simulated. Have you
Okay.
you played Madden or college football where you can like
Of course.
skip?
Yeah.
So it automatically does that. However, you build out a roster. So you're in charge. You manage the salary cap. You sign free agents. You can trade players. You can make draft picks. You have to manage like your fan approval. You have to navigate injuries. So like, do you want to carry a kicker? Do you want an extra running back? Do you want to carry an extra receiver? You do all of that, and then you play the Tecmo Bowl.
Okay.
It's super fun. I had Jack. You can have multiple save files. So the main game, like all the teams look like the NFL teams. Like you've got all the colors and
love
everything.
that.
You can change the team names, but they're all the colors and everything there. I set up a secondary file and I paid Jack $10. He went through every team and he created a college version of it.
Amazing.
So I have
That's
all the
crazy.
college
That's
teams.
So much. That's so much work.
Oh, it took him like 2 hours. It was an easy $10.
Oh wow, really?
Oh, it's not hard. I mean, because it's what are you doing? You change a couple colors and an abbreviation.
Oh, is that
Not
all
much-
you? Okay, I
there's
thought
not
it was
much
like down
to
to
it.
a player
it's
level.
Tecmo Bowl. It's
Okay,
just like
It's
pixels.
just- I see. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Not
More
not,
than I
not
would
like
do.
Yeah, not every player's name, and I don't even know if you can
Sure.
do that.
Yeah,
Can't
even if you're
manage
doing
rosters.
last names and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh man, nice.
It's really So Jace is a Retro Bowls on Apple Arcade. It's like kind of like the hit. It's like the
Yeah.
hotness on Retro Bowl. This game got so big that Apple partnered with New Star and they made an NFL licensed version for Apple Arcade. It's exclusive.
Oh
to Apple
hell
Arcade.
yeah. That
But it's got
rules.
the NFL everything, all the players, all the thing.
Oh,
It's one of my
nice.
favorite games. I've played this game for easily over 50 hours. Retro
This
Bowl.
might be what I need, like, because I was talking at the very start of this conversation about how I'm just kind of going from game to game to game. I need like a Donnie
Evergreen
sample
game.
pack. No, I need like a bunch. Like I need like and
Hot
sort of
Shots is
count
on the
that
way,
as-
my man. Like
Yes.
we're about to get everybody's Hot Shots golf.
Yeah.
That's a
Please.
date I need next week. I need a date for Hot Shots. I need to know how I'm buying that. I need to know, do I get a game key card? Do I get a physical at all? Is it digital only? I
Yeah.
need details.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that rules. Jay says it's a great toilet game. I think
Oh,
I've told you this
absolutely.
before. I played Mario Golf on the toilet, like
It's-
18
it's-
holes.
It's bite size. You can complete a Retro Bowl game in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's
So it's very
Wealthy.
easy to like get in that loop of like another game, another game, another game. It's very easy to
Yeah.
do that. And like when you do well, you earn coins, and of course that lets you like upgrade your facilities, upgrade your training, get new free agents. So there's like this constant grind to like just keep going.
There's too many games, man. What are we doing with our lives and working and
I've
responsibilities?
been
and
playing
stuff?
Retro
There's-
Bowl and Breath of the
You've
Wild.
been
I don't
actually
know about
playing
you
them.
guys.
Yeah, I'm playing Mario
I'm-
Wonder, I guess.
Yeah, but you're playing like like I'm playing right now. What I'm playing is My Sims with my wife. That's my biggest thing right now. Is I'm playing Sims and Bust a Move. That's the new Bust a Move
oh,
game.
yes.
Me and my
yes.
wife have been playing it every night.
Everyone Bubble Bobble? Is that what it's called?
Everyone's bubble. I forget what it's. Bubble Bobble Every Bubble. I think it's what it's called.
I typed in everyone Bubble Bobble and it's that's what it's called. AI overview says everyone Bubble Bobble likely refers to the classic arcade game and the wider series of Bubble Bobble games. Okay, not really. Puzzle Bobble Every Bubble for Nintendo
That's-
Switch.
That's the new one that I found. Bought it. I've played it with my wife
It
every
is
night.
so cute. Holy
This is
shit.
crazy. It's like all these games are out. You know,
I
I
know,
don't.
right?
I'm no longer like really feeling like I'm beholden to these sorts of things. Like I have to. I've let that go some time ago, but I still, it's like I really probably should play Shadows or South of Midnight or something. But it's like no. My
Look,
wife,
man, I get it.
I get
I am
my wife.
proud
to-
of you for
she
it.
comes and sits down on the couch, and I'm like, we'll do 2 or 3 levels of Bubble Bobble, and then I just want to watch you play The Sims, and I watch her play The Sims for like an hour.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. Like I'm having so much fun watching her play My Sims.
Yeah.
A blast.
Oh man, I've just wishlist. It's on sale right now. This Puzzle Bobble Every Bubble. That's a terrible fucking name. What
Yeah,
are they
I think-
thinking?
I think that's why I never knew it. I think that's why I found out about it so late. Is of course that wouldn't pop
It's
up
a
in my
terrible name.
because it's not even Bust a Move. It's Bubble Bobble Every Bubble or whatever.
Oh my god.
Everyone bubbles a bobble bubble.
I hate it.
Did you get Retro Bowl though?
I have wish listed it.
Really? It's like $4. I'll send you the money. I'll send you the money.
It's a matter of am I gonna play it right away? I want to
I
finish.
don't care. I want you to play one game of it. It's take you 7 minutes to try it. I can't get 7 minutes out of you, Sean. Damn.
I mean,
Then you can get back to
it's a long
Assassin's
time.
Creed or Wonder or whatever the fuck you're playing.
I don't know what I want to do with my life yet. I don't even know. I don't know what's.
Retro Bowl is the best football
man.
game on Switch.
I feel like I'm gonna disappoint. Like, what if I don't like it, Donnie?
That's okay. Then I've paid for it. That's fine.
I don't
Like
want
if
you
I
to-
could
I don't
gift
want
you
to
the
buy
game,
it
I
for me.
would.
No, I don't want you to do
But
that.
I can't. I can't send you the code. Can I? Can I buy Retro Bowl for Switch?
I don't
like
think
on
so.
Amazon?
You can't. You can't gift stuff. Chase says, "Do it right now. We'll wait." Yeah, I don't know.
Hang on, I'm gonna try.
I want to do this racing game first that you got me downloading twice.
Wait, a minute, can I? You can buy apps on
The
Amazon?
New Star GP. I want to play
What
this
does this
first.
download to? Looks like you
What-
can play Retro Bowl like the Madden version on Fire tablets or something. Huh?
Oh, really? I wonder if I
Yeah, I didn't
my
even know
kids'
that.
tablets would do that.
I typed in Retro Bowl on Amazon hoping that maybe I could buy a code, and it's like showing me like play this on your Fire TV app.
I'm not feeling very like impulsive at this very moment, to be honest with you. These
That's why I'm
come
trying
and
to
go.
buy it for you, and I can't. Nobody will let me buy a code for Retro Bowl.
Isn't that it's crazy? You can't gift Switch games.
It's
for
driving me
people.
mad.
It's the whole eShop. I mean, this is a whole other conversation.
Bummer. Jace, if I could buy a code, I would. I can't. They won't let me.
And if they'd probably get hit with tariffs sending it over here.
That's fine.
You can't
How much
do
could
that.
it be?
Pixel football, not smelly. He says. I have no idea what he's talking about over
I
there.
have no idea what that's about.
Oh man, Donnie, I'm like declining over here. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm like, my eyes are watering. I got a cold. I'm like,
you need to go?
I think I might be. I'm like, need to blow this thing. Look at this giant nose. It's got all this
Ooh.
nastiness up in here.
I did not pick that up. Do you need to go? I'm gonna kill it.
I think that's all my voice has got for
I got you.
tonight. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
round it out there. But we cannot go another 6 months before we do another GD Sweet Hangs.
And for
Like
some
next
reason,
week.
I was gonna say for some reason I feel like we didn't talk enough about the Switch 2. Like Switch 2 is like 6 days away. I feel like we should have done.
Let's
we should have-
podcast together.
We should have gone through the launch lineup. We should have done the whole thing, and we didn't get a chance to.
Dude, I'm off 4 days next week. Let's podcast
same.
about the
Yeah,
Switch 2.
same. We can do that too.
Let's do the damn thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go on tour. I'm gonna go on everybody's shows.
Oh, you're doing that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but we'll
Well, if
see
you
who
want to
picks
come
me
to
up.
Switch, you can come hang.
I would
chat
love
if
it.
you want.
Please, yes,
Yeah.
that would be great. Yes.
Cool.
What night would that be? You guys do PSVG on Wednesday nights, and
I don't think we're doing. I think we're just gonna do it on Sunday. We're not planning anything different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
No, but no. I mean, like normally PSVG you record on Wednesday
PSVG
nights.
normally does Wednesdays. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll join your show in line as you wanted earlier. You want me to jump on a podcast? I'll jump in, and
Yeah.
I'll do Jace's podcast as well.
Jace's Imaginary Podcast.
Yeah. Ryan says
Yeah,
there's still time for that. My voice is kind of going here, guys. I'm muting every once in a while, and I'm making terrible sounds behind the mic.
Gotcha. Okay, so we'll bounce, and maybe we'll be back next week.
Yes, please. I'm off for 4 days. You're off. We're both getting off.
Yeah, we've got
Donnie.
time. Yeah, we
Yes.
got time. So might as well.
I
Sweet
just
hangs.
wanted to say that. Sweet hangs, everybody.
See ya.